Hang around celebrities, they tell me they jealous of me. Said the fact I'm not famous should be a blessing to me. Don't rush the process and know where your destiny leads. By the time you're my age, you'll probably be better than me. You better be better than me. If I started at your age, there's no telling where I would be. Now all this pressure on me, all these eyes on me. Each one is expecting some things. Passions lose passion when you're doing professionally. This beauty and the freedom you have. You gon' be famous, but why you not? Should be making this last. Sure, I could eat a ribeye on a private jet. The stakes this high can really make a nigga go mad. Make a nigga go mad.
Yo, we are back. Welcome back to the Live from the Green Room. We are back up in this piece, man. Shout out to all the subscribers. Yo, we've had a dope-ass couple of weeks. And Tony Rock is not in the building right now, but he will be back next week. Safe travels to that, brother. Oh, man. Shout out to Captain Kirk. I had one this weekend. I was sipping on. I was sipping on a little something this weekend, man.
Yeah.
I chased it with some kombucha. That's all I had. This is strong. This is strong stuff, man. But shout out to Captain Kirk. I am Joe Fox. This is Trey Elliot.
What's good, everybody? What's up? Hope everybody had a good weekend. Back with another great weekend. And we have one of our repeated special guests, one of our cousins of the podcast.
I love that. Cousins of the
she's
podcast.
welcome, anytime. And so y'all are familiar with her. Give it up for Chelcye.
Yeah.
Chelsea, shoulders,
clavicle.
Carrie.
Yes,
Yeah.
décolletage.
It's always good
That's
to have
what I'm
that.
giving you.
It's always good to have that estrogen energy in the green room.
You know
with the
you have
fellas.
estrogen too.
Not as much
Yeah,
as you.
but not
I
as
mean,
much
but
as
you
you.
have it.
Not as much as you.
You have it.
And I don't eat that much edamame anymore since I found out it contributes to the
soy
to the
products,
levels
right?
of estrogen.
Okay.
So I'll
Soy
eat maybe
products.
2 or 3 of them now, as opposed
2
to
or
eating
3?
a whole bowl.
Eat
What?
the whole
You know what I
bowl. It's
mean?
tons of protein.
No, I don't want my erections.
Okay, sir. All right.
I don't want
Glad
my-
to be back here at Live in
I
the
don't
Green
want my
Room.
erections being.
Man,
having
how much
issues.
edamame have you been eating?
Right. You would need a lot more than
You
one
know,
bowl.
Yeah, but it's always good to have the ladies in
Yes.
here with us, man. To
That's
talk
who I
shop
do it for.
and chop it up with us, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
How was your week?
It was really good.
Yeah.
My son cooked.
Mm.
He made some shrimp and grits for us on Saturday, which was nice.
The day before Mother's. No, that
was last weekend.
That was last week.
Yeah, that was
Okay.
last
Yeah,
weekend.
yeah.
So no, he was just on his cooking bag,
Mhm.
and then I
You
went.
say he cooks real good though.
Yeah,
right?
he
And,
wants to
and
be a
he going to
chef.
school like a
Yeah.
culinary?
Yeah.
No, he's
there
not
yet?
going. He's going to a regular school.
But you said he really knows how to cook.
Yes,
like
he really does know
Yeah,
how to cook.
yeah, I
That's what he
remember you
wants to
said
do.
Okay.
And what else? Oh, I went to Everyday People Sunday. That was fun.
that. What is that?
It's like a day party.
Okay.
But it's at the Beehive, downtown adjacent.
Okay.
And it's just a real eclectic vibe where people are really dancing and having a good time and vibing out. And so I just like a cute little chill vibe.
Okay.
Is it an
I think I
outdoor
saw
thing?
flyers
Yeah,
for
it's
that.
outdoor.
I think I've been
Outdoor.
there. I've been to it.
Yeah.
Oh, you was at a day party, Joe?
Well, it was a while ago, but when you said the
About 5
Beehive,
years ago.
Oh, okay.
yeah, pre-COVID.
Oh, well, listen, that's when it was popping.
Yeah.
I mean, it was popping this past Sunday, but for sure pre-COVID, yeah.
Is that something that goes on every week? Or is that?
No, I think it's once a month. I
Mhm.
hadn't been, this was my second or third time going, and it's been at least 3 or 4 years since
Yeah.
I've been.
Yeah, they I think it was like a once a month thing.
Mm-hmm.
Especially once the weather forward. I think they start in a certain time. of
They
the
start
season.
around now, yeah.
Mhm.
And like the key word you said is eclectic. It's that kind of crowd.
Yeah.
You know,
It's an artsy
the
crowd.
artsy crowd. The
Yeah.
music is very artsy, like the.
No,
They
they
didn't have
play, no, like a bootsy type, wipe me down vibe.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm going for that.
Because sometimes
Oh,
they'll
wipe me down.
switch it up. and
Yeah, I
have-
need that.
That's not eclectic.
No, yeah.
But the way that they dress
Oh, okay.
is
Okay.
very artsy, very, I mean, and again, it's a mixture of all of these things, and that's what I like about it, too.
Okay.
So, yeah,
All right.
I had a
I'm
good
glad
little
you had a
time.
good time.
Yeah, how was you guys this weekend?
Weekend was good, man. I'm still trying to catch up on rest. 3 shows in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Okay.
Me and Daphne Springs.
Dope.
What club? Good
The
Nights?
Improv.
Oh,
Raleigh
Improv.
Improv. And shows were great, just working, man. Just
I like
putting
that
them,
club.
putting the material out.
Yeah.
That club holds like 500 people,
Mm-hmm.
and we had out of the 3 shows we had really really good turnouts. So
That's
you know,
what's up.
Did it
and for a
record?
club that big, you
Mhm.
know, he's like, oh, but nah, the turnouts were really good, and the shows were dope. You know, got to spend time with my goddaughter who lives in North Carolina.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that was
Sure.
dope. She came to a show, her and her mom, who I went to high school with, and you know, so it was cool. Didn't get to lay eyes on my dad. That's what I wanted to do because you know he's about 50 minutes from there.
Mhm.
But you know, 50 minutes for people that live in the South, that's like
That's
5
different.
hours.
Yeah, that's different.
You know what I mean?
That's
So
different.
it's just one of them things, man. I didn't get to lay my eyes on them, but you know, but so that was only But other than that, man, shows were good. You know, so
Don't they record?
yeah, they record.
Right.
Yeah, they
That's what's
record.
up.
So yeah, man. So that was it. Man, got back and got back here, ground running, you know, and tired as hell, you know, because you know
Alright.
I do shit during the day.
Right. Don't we
I don't have the
all?
pleasure of laying in
Yeah.
the bed until 1 o'clock. 2
That
o'clock.
would be nice.
I mean,
That
listen,
would be
Yeah,
nice.
so
Yeah, I just did some, you know, gotta get it done type stuff. Registration tags and stuff. I had to get a small check, man. My
Yeah, I had
car's
to do
so
that.
old, it didn't pass the test.
Wow.
bro.
So then I had to address everything. That they give you a printout of everything that's wrong. So I had to wait. This is the past weekend, so I had to wait until like Tuesday,
Mhm. Yeah.
to get it to the shop. And now I gotta go back to the small check and get it passed. Hopefully it'll pass.
Yeah,
Man.
that's the thing, man. Like literally,
Y'all don't
off-
know a man?
I mean, I do.
You
I
still
do.
gotta
get a
I-
sticker.
I know a guy.
Yeah, you supposed to know a guy for them kind of things.
Well, I don't know a guy for that
Yeah,
kind of
I-
thing.
Well, I'll talk to you offline.
I used to know a guy, but like that's all 4 of my cars.
Ain't that a bitch? It's like,
registrations
all
came
4
up,
of my cars,
came up, not even on no flex or whatever. But
that nigga has a flex.
between me and my girl, we have 4 cars.
Okay, that's a little better.
Yeah,
Two
between me and
cars
my
a
woman,
piece.
we have
She
4
got 2.
cars,
I got 2.
and all of them was due.
At the same time.
Like just a month apart, and because
Wow.
she's going so much, we didn't even know. I was driving one of the cars, registration had expired like a
past
month
the
ago.
grace period.
Yeah, and didn't even realize it until I was trying to do something. I was like, "Yo, where's the new registration?" And we was like, "Oh shit, this shit is expired." You know, damn near registered my car, fucking $1,000.
It's
And
crazy here.
and it's like
It's crazy.
Yo, and then oh my God, it is ridiculous.
Yeah.
$1,000.
You need a guy here. I registered mine
$1,000.
still back in Houston. I have my Houston ID, my Houston license.
Well, if your car is registered here, that ain't gonna help.
You can do everything online though for Texas. When I lost my driver's license here and tried to do it online, they was like, no, you have to come in. Texas, I was able to do everything online. You can register your car there online, but you do need an address.
Yeah, you gotta get your car there. You gotta have a
no, you don't have to
Texas
get the car there.
address.
For an inspection.
It don't work that way.
Okay.
Yeah, I just moved to the area.
Oh yeah, we need to know how do you man,
Listen,
y'all ladies,
you better finagle this system.
I'm
Stop
not going
playing.
around with no
everything.
Texas license plates just cause.
Why?
Man, for what?
But you came you never changed your plates, right?
On which car? Like
you got
no.
one car too.
Listen,
Okay,
I'm not
my
Trey.
bad.
I have one car, but I've had different. Like I've had cars that I've purchased here and registered them in Houston, and then I have cars that I bought in Houston and brought here and still have.
Now that's easy.
Yeah.
Now I did that when I first
Yeah.
moved here. When I first moved here, I had because I moved here from Maryland. I had my Maryland tags still here for the longest. So that car I took it to the shop and I ain't never seen the car again. And so then when I purchased my first car here, when I purchased my Honda, then that's when I got into the California system.
It's all a freaking
but
racket.
everything,
It is.
it's all expensive. It's a
racket.
And that's the thing about living out here, man. You be like, all right, cool. I got this money to do this. Then boom, you'd be like $1,000 for my registration. God,
Man, shit is so expensive in California. If you're not paying any money, that you've stolen a day. That's pretty much what you've done.
Oh, you mean outside is
Like
expensive?
yeah. I'm just saying you didn't pay anything today. That means you stolen the day for something. You got to pay something just for the day.
You got to pay something. If you just staying out,
That's why a day charge is what you.
Yeah, that's why I don't be understanding people who just be out here. They just be out here, and I'm just
for no
like,
reason.
Like not even for no reason. They just be out here. I'm like, they ain't hustling. They just this tunnel vision on this and. Everything else is just like, all right, well, how you gonna do this? How you gonna do that? They just like, I don't know.
Hey man, it's hard work being a freeloader, man.
I guess.
I mean, that's a hustle right there. Because freeloaders don't have to pay nothing.
They don't gotta do nothing.
Listen, it's LA. It's a lot of scammers out here.
That
for
ain't
sure.
That ain't even a
scam.
scam.
Freeloader. Yeah, freeloader is something totally different.
Freeloader, you got to work at that. You got to have connections. You got to know people. You know people. Got a personality.
No, you got to know the right people. You got to know the
right
nice people. People that's willing to be like, you don't got to pay nothing.
Hell no.
Yeah, it's a different hustle out here, man.
I think I'm getting scammed. I don't know how it's happening, but I got a letter. You know, they call your case number. Call this number to verify your case for your benefits or something.
Did you call it?
Hell no.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
but they sent the letter. It looks official.
Is your name on it?
Name, address is on it.
Yeah, call them.
But they say use this PIN number. Only they don't have no PIN number.
No, don't call it.
So no. But here's the thing: the address and the phone number is legit to the social services office.
Call it.
But hell no, I ain't calling
You just said it was legit, right?
Man,
we don't
know.
know.
You good with anything as long as they don't. As soon as they say, so what's your routing number? Checking account number. That's what you be
I don't trust.
I don't trust that.
Look,
I don't trust nothing.
Chase called me today, right? And I'm like, Chase, like Chase Bank, what they calling me for? So I'm already
why the bank?
Yeah.
But they was just like, hey Trey, Tremaine, whatever.
I hope they're not calling you Trey.
You we see here that you missed your credit card payment. Your credit card payment is 4 days late. We saw that it went through, but then it got returned because it's attached to one of my petty account, my account that it's just the account that it could be negative one day, $300 another day. That's not the account that I put the majority of my money in. But I let my credit card payment, it's a Chase checking account that I let my Chase credit card come out.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes it may not be the amount of money that need to be in there. I don't know. So, but usually it is, but this time it wasn't. So she was like, yeah, the payment came out, or usually they'll take the payment out whether money is in there or not. Any account will just go into negative. And then when money come in there, it'll just take care of that. But I guess it did that too many times. You know what I mean? So she was like, so we returned the payment, so you end up not being posted to your account. She was like, so it's 3 days late. I was like, oh, okay. I said, well, I could pay it right now. And so I went ahead online, paid it. And she's like, oh, okay, I see it. The confirmation number came up, whatever. But my first initial thing was, they scamming. She trying to scam. Yeah. But she had everything verified and whatever. So it wasn't a scam. And I'm actually glad that she called because I wouldn't have known
forgot about
that payment didn't go through. And that's one thing. I got all my stuff on auto pay. And that's one thing I'm just like, I'm never late on,
Don't ask for a payment over the phone, especially when they connect you to whoever they want you to connect.
No, Wells Fargo.
Stay on the line for a customer service rep or whatever.
Yo, Wells Fargo was scammed. Well, the people will try to do a fake Wells Fargo scam because that's where all my money go to all the time. I would get a call, and it would say Wells Fargo, and Wells Fargo don't ever call you like that.
I've never had Wells Fargo.
Wells Fargo will always say, "We do not call."
That's crazy. Chase will call you. Somebody stole my wallet and Chase called me and was like, are you at Best Buy trying to buy a big screen TV right now? Like, they will call you.
Like, no, I'm not.
I did. I was like, no, I'm not. And they was like, okay.
See, that was the first time Chase called me, so I was
say that when you get to the car.
Yeah.
Wells Fargo will not call you. And they have called me plenty of times, and they will verify a bullshit transaction. Did you do... No, they'll have like a transaction, right? And then they'll say something like, okay, well, are you in Texas right now? They'll make up something like, no, that's I'm not there. Okay, well, and then they'll proceed with trying to give...
To scam.
Yeah, to scam. And
that's
I always
crazy.
just hang up on them. and then they'll call you back.
Yes, that sounds
like
about
to
right.
make sure.
They will call you back to try to get you to be like.
I don't like the like if you don't answer in time. Well, I mean, it's kind of cool, but it's inconvenient. Like a security check, like what you talk. Hey, are you trying to make this purchase for such and such? It sounds legit, but usually it's not long after you make the purchase because they have no idea until the purchase is made. But if you don't respond to that, they'll lock your card. They'll lock your card.
They
like
will.
You out during the day and you're trying to, man, what's up, man? Why my card out? And then you see your text messages or email. You should have verified that yes, you did make the thing. But I don't like the way that they communicate.
That be taking too long with that sometimes. You done been home, then you get the text. Did you try to do this purchase?
They were on point.
30 minutes ago.
Next time I do that, I'm gonna buy a bunch of shit, and they said, they got me.
I'm glad you admitting a fraud right here on this podcast.
It's not fraud.
Thank you.
It's all a scam. If you're living in America, you're being scammed.
Listen. True. Very true.
Well, listen, I want to get into some of this nitty-gritty stuff right here.
Nitty-gritty stuff.
Let's do it.
So here on Live from the Green Room, man, a lot of times we post clips. We have different opinions. We just want to make it known we are pro a lot of things. We are definitely pro women on Live from the podcast, but just because we're pro women, sometimes the narratives may not. That don't mean we have to agree with everything that women do. We are pro-black, but that don't mean we have to agree with everything that black people do, and wherever the case may be. So, I think we found our first troll or stalker troll that's really been going hard. You know what I mean, on the podcast to the point to where she created a whole different post with the insert of our podcast and made a whole post about it.
Really?
Actually, she's responding to a comment now.
So wait, they're trolling the Live from the Green Room podcast based on something that you guys said.
Exactly. So they started they started commenting on the original post.
What was the original? Bring me up to date.
So
what was the original
post? The original post here.
The original post.
Y'all must have said something fiery.
Well, not really. But all right, here we go.
Yes, let me see.
So this is the original post. All right, hold on. Let me start. All right.
Be the whore of the century, because the longer you live, the longer if you a fly, get money, get bitches, nigga, like me. The longer I live, there's gonna be more women on that list, right? There's gonna be more trips, more money, more experiences. More women on that list. Yeah. So are you saying I'm invalid of finding love and being with a woman in a monogamous relationship because my body count? They only put that stipulation on women. On women.
So right there, they only put that stipulation on women.
Right. That's what you said.
So that post is pretty much pro women. We were actually defending Meg.
Okay.
Yeah, we were defending Meg, and that was a hypothetical question.
Yes.
That Tone had put out there.
But you can't tell that from the...
But we were,
where I cut
pro Meg. I tell everybody I'm pro Meg.
Okay.
I don't find nothing wrong with
You'll date Meg?
Most definitely, 100%.
Okay. Got you.
Yeah, 100%. And a lot of the niggas that's online, Twitter fingering and Facebook fingering, that's talking shit would do it too.
Oh, for sure.
So
for sure.
So then now we have the young lady, and I can't find a comment she made on the original post.
Yes, that's what I want to.
All right, let me see. Let me see if I can find a comment.
Did she block? Here, let me just to catch you up.
Yeah, catch up while I try to find the original.
The past 2 or 3 weeks or whenever it was initially out there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It just people were triggered and they're going back and forth in the comments every day.
With each other.
With each other. But
anybody they can get into it with.
They got their own discussion going on.
Yeah.
So I've stopped looking because they're not talking about the post anymore.
Okay.
Because you know how you can, reply such and such. So it's between these two people over here. I'm out of it. But they're going back and forth, and obviously they're triggered about the subject matter, and which was not body count, but it was about somebody who does have a body count. Do they deserve love or whatever based on the post. So that's what people have lost. And aside from the fact they didn't watch the whole episode, so they didn't get the full context anyway.
That's a lot of
They
times,
just didn't,
yeah.
you know, social media magic, hooked you. You listened to it and you heard what you wanted to hear, and then boom, I'm gonna say what niggas hate black women and all that jazz.
So we found
that's where we at.
That's where we at. So I can't find it, but she's pretty much summing it up in her post.
Okay.
Right? And she's a feisty one. So you've been talking, so cigars and love talk. You about to get your shine, lady. Cigars and love talk.
She was triggered and offended. Trey.
And she going in now. She going in now. So this is her post.
Yeah, let me hear.
Bitch, you're 50 damn years old. You a fly, getting money, get bitches, nigga, like me. The longer I live, there's gonna be more women on that list. Right. So are you saying I'm invalid of finding love and being with a woman in a monogamous relationship?
Absolutely not. But what I am saying, you niggas are the reason why people don't respect black women. You don't respect black women. You don't respect your own black. I get money, I get bitches. Why are you calling people that you are becoming one with in sexual intimacy a derogatory term like a bitch? Your mother's a bitch. How about that? Here's the point, the double standards. You folks are crying and complaining about gerrymandering. Voters' rights, civil rights being repressed and reproved and everything. Nigga, that's what you get. It's cool when you do it. It's a problem when they do it. I get money, I get bitches. You're 50 damn years old. You already created an out-of-wedlock family, a child that's already on its way to fulfill generational curses because you're a whore. Here's the point. Y'all want so bad to be like the worst of the worst white men. You know, the slave owners raped the black women, the black girls, and then sold the babies, and that they made sure that the family was broken. You continue that, and then now you're talking all this shit. Sorry, all this crap about what the white man is doing and the president is so bad. You want to get money so that you can be bad like the president. But when someone says something, you're bitter, and you're single, and you're 51 and you're single, this is why women who are my age are single. And here's what I think should happen to you. Someone to sell you to the Quint Dickey plantation and spend the rest of your life busting big rocks down into little rocks until your back gives out and they knock you over the head with a sledgehammer and then throw you down a nigga hole. Hey, get money.
Cigars, love, and talk. Man, ladies and gentlemen, that's who that was. Man, and we usually don't give people like this platform, but we what we call it?
Comment clap back.
The comment clap back. You are our comment clap back of the week. You know what I mean? So you know me, I'm in the comments. If anybody don't know me, I'm the sniper in the comments where I'm always like, all right, what we doing? What
did you say back to? You responded back to this? This is a lot.
So listen.
It's a lot.
So when I was posting on the original post, we was going back and forth. And I can't find it. Joe, you might be able to find it because you could filter it.
Yeah,
but
I
saw this post because Tone shared it. And so I said to her.
Oh, he originally shared it.
Yeah. So I said, so you made it where I couldn't at you on the original post anymore. And you gonna make a whole post about it? Then I put Joe in there. I said, Joe, she be tripping. Then she comes back and says, Trey Elliot, you can at me. You must have Sprint. I said, and why? And why you gotta call?
It's T-Mobile, motherfucker.
Listen, and why you gotta call on another man for backup? I said, no, I got T-Mobile. But what's your gripe really about? Talk to me. You know, I'm just being chill. Comedian Trey Elliot, man, you heard what I said.
Wow.
And then I was like, we could debate this over a good cigar. I see you like cigars. We could debate this over a good cigar. But first of all, she's very angry.
Yeah.
She's triggered.
Very bitter, very angry. I want to know what you're bitter and angry about. Cigars and love talk?
She told you.
She
told you why she's angry.
We are the reason why black women are hated and whatever. And then
that's the reason I'm single.
And that's the reason. It's you and Tony fault.
And all the gerrymandering. And
I went on your page and I saw a mugshot on your page. That could be the reason why you might be single.
Wait a minute.
Because you're violent.
Oh, yeah.
You think that got anything to do with it?
You didn't look and see why? Watch what the mugshot was for?
Somebody called her out her name and she punched them.
I think it was probably
and y'all arguing back and forth in the comments with this woman.
Listen,
she's still a woman.
Well, here's the thing. When I go,
what's she gonna do?
When I go back and forth with women in the I'm not disrespectful when I go back. I ask.
No, I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
No,
I
didn't see it.
So I'm more so like, yo, you like cigars? I like cigars. Let's grab a stick. Where you at? We'll grab a stick and we'll smoke and we'll talk about it. Let's just have a guy. But she still want to be angry. Man, you heard what I said. I'm like, she didn't
like the post.
Like, no, not at all.
Posted that snippet. See, people are here.
She didn't like Tone saying if bitches get fly.
No, for sure.
You too old.
She was triggered by that.
That's the first thing she said. She said, that's because you're 50 and not married or something. So then I replied back. I said, my wedding's in October. And then she
said that to you.
She said, y'all niggas.
Yeah, y'all niggas is 50 and ain't even married or something like that. And then that's when I responded. Well, actually, nah, boom, 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 boom.
Right.
And then she was like, and then she came back and said something else, not trying to have a real conversation.
No,
she was so stuck in her beliefs. So she not even catching me trying to diffuse it here just so we can get here.
Ain't no diffusing in the comments.
And then she just
you ain't gonna de-escalate nothing.
And then she just went ahead and just created a whole post with the president that got involved.
That's why I was lost. It started out with I'm mad at Tone in the comments, and then it went to slavery, and then it went to the president, and then it went to voter rights. You're talking about Tone and his son, and that is wrong. You're taking it too far.
First of all,
you're
she lied.
It way too
far. But we're gonna talk about it again.
That's you out of pocket for that.
That was true at all. It's like
here's what you can feel how you feel. Not to cut you out, but you can feel how you feel. If you didn't like his comments, by all means, that's fine. If you have an issue, but bringing up somebody's kid, and then my thing is, Tony definitely freely talks about his son on the podcast and things that they do together, but to then bring him up in this derogatory manner and then say I'm perpetuating generational curses and this and that. It's like you don't know what personally he has going on in his life. Just because you watch me on here don't know that.
Nobody on this podcast you don't know.
You don't, and that's wild. That's where I'm like, man.
We know you got your arrest record out there, so that's all we need to know. Because I saw where you tagged me. Yeah. So I saw that and I was like, it was after the fact. Right. He called me at 11 o'clock at night. You told me after the fact. Man, you can see this film. I'm like, tripping. But I wasn't gonna say anything nice.
I mean, you don't have to I use my.
I would have made it worse.
I'm strategic when how I go in. Like when it's time for me to go in, I'm gonna go in. But at first, I'm gonna try to be cool. Throw a little, see what the temperature is. And then at the end, I was like, oh, you just want to be combative.
Yes.
You just one of them. You just want to be combative. You're not really trying to have a sensible conversation and get some understanding. You already got a preconceived notion of whatever it is you want to think. And then you just running with it. You're not even stopping to get the water bottle to take a breather and to drink the water to see, okay, you just running.
Let me say this. It's like you said, he knew what he was doing though when he cut the clip like that, right?
Oh, yeah.
So we know what we're doing. And it used to be a small period of time where when you cut a crazy clip, it would drive people to go watch the entire thing so they could get context. We're not in that space anymore. Now, mind you, I know Tone. So him in a comment like that is just who he is, right? But if I'm a woman and I just hear a man that I don't know say, I'm gonna get money, bitch, I'm like, this nigga, okay, fuck out of here. But if you listen to the full thing, then the point is made of do I lose value? And like you said, that's really the issue is you just wanna argue versus getting because she may have some valid points.
No, but she don't.
She's entitled to that.
She will have valid points if the context of what she is arguing was what we were saying.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. But you all over the place,
man. You off everything.
You everywhere. It's too much.
Telling lies. Team Megan, we here making a valuable point that a woman body count shouldn't matter. And you know what I mean? Like a woman's past. And when I'm say that, you know, because the guys was in the comments too, you know, guys are so emotional and, and sensitive. And,
facts.
We not talk, like I had to explain to somebody in the comments, we're not talking about well-known whores. And even if we was talking about well-known whores, so the fuck what? They deserve to be loved too. If you don't want to love them, then you don't have to.
You don't.
But I'm talking about your average woman, 50 years old, that's been dating since she was 18, 19.
Yeah.
You expect her to be walking around like a virgin? Get the fuck out of here. That's not realistic.
That's what y'all were talking about.
He was talking about using the same standard on men that you put on women.
Oh, well, you could never.
Okay, but that was the part that was in the clip that somehow escaped this woman.
Right.
The cigar chick. The
Here's my
cigar.
thing. Has she stayed focused? I don't know. Maybe she has ADHD. I don't know. Because she was going to this place of you're sleeping with women, right, at a certain age, and why are you continuing to share your
trying
life?
to say grow up.
Yeah, she was trying, and I can understand that. Cool. Right. But then when you go off into this plantation life and wanting to be a white man and wanting to be the president, I'm confused, ma'am. I'm lost. You gotta stay on topic.
Thesis. What is the thesis?
I see when I get into comments like that, I try to, stay on topic with the post. And then if you're all over the place, then I'm gonna check out.
Yeah.
Anyway. But you brought me into.
Why did you add him?
Well, I'm just saying.
Thought the same thing. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, "What you add Joe for?"
Because he's part of the podcast.
Because
when I'm going at it, I'm gonna add the soldiers.
Because
I'm gonna add the team.
Y'all tagging me.
You right.
Had I seen
Why
that?
did I add Joe? I'm gonna tag you next time.
Next time.
Yeah, I got you.
For ladies.
I was not in the right frame of mind, and it was 11 o'clock at night.
I'm looking like,
what was you gonna say to her? That's what I want to know.
You know what I was gonna say to her?
Yes.
If I was in the right frame of mind, I would have said, "Oh, I got one question. Where is your collarbone?" Since we gonna go off topic.
You see what I'm saying? Tag me next time. I don't know.
You know what? You know what? Because sometimes when I'm in these streets, you know what I mean? When I'm in these streets and I got beef, and I'm looking for, Hey, yo.
Help me.
Hey,
yeah.
I don't need help,
I get you to go away.
But I'm like, let's.
Oh, is that what that was gonna do?
What you gonna do? Get madder?
Yes.
I've been like,
here's my thing. Anybody who
hit
makes
dogs,
an entire post,
hit dogs, and put dog and capital DOG.
That's on some.
I looked at her page.
Yes.
I looked at her page.
Yes.
She did not take the olive branch that Trey had offered.
Is that what you was doing?
It's just,
no.
I was
I didn't get that.
You know me,
that's not an olive branch. That's not an olive branch.
Relax. Let's talk about it.
I see you like cigars. I like cigars.
Yo, that was good.
That's
the olive branch.
Okay.
Let's have a talk over a good
You're
stick.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You're right. That was an olive branch.
But
she wasn't trying to hear it.
She ain't trying to hear it.
I need to be
because
heard.
She just said, here's my thing. This is also a thing, right? The same thing that she doesn't want society to do and women and we don't want society to do, she did to y'all, which is also saying you niggas are not of value because you're not married. And that's the same thing that men do to women all the time is, oh, you 40, you not married, you 50, you don't have no kids, you this and that. As if your sole existence and value is based in having a kid or being married. So my thing is, even if you were not able to say, oh, actually the wedding is such, then I'm not of value because I'm not married.
Right.
So you have to be mindful when people are products of their same conditioning.
And that's what I said. I said
she saw herself in that some kind of way.
Yeah, probably.
She said something like, yeah, you wait until you it's like she did her homework. Yeah, you wait until you 45 to get married. First of all, I don't even know how she knew I was 45. But I said, so
Internet.
I said, so I'm wrong. I said, I'm wrong for waiting 45 years until God send me the woman that I want to spend my life with. Don't bring God.
Don't bring God. Don't
bring
do that,
God.
Trey.
Don't bring God into this while you're living in sin when you're not supposed to whatever, even with the person until you're married. Started going into all of that.
She's a pastor?
I'm just like, and so then that's when I was like, oh, You just want to be combative.
Yeah.
Then I left it at that, and then we get her whole
Not
post.
God.
So tell me the part you said I can't at you anymore. Like, what does that mean?
Because I was adding her like at cigars and whatever.
Yeah.
Like when you reply,
so she can definitely see the alert.
You got to explain to him what at.
No, because she kept you from doing it. If she
I was
didn't
able
block
to
you,
I was able to at her the first 2 times.
Yes.
Then when I came at her with that third message and tried to
wouldn't
add
let
her,
you.
it said this person doesn't allow ats from blah blah blah. So then that's why I hit her like, oh, so you stopped me from atting you on the original post.
You run it.
I said, but now you want to make a whole post about it?
The Sprint comment was funny.
Oh yeah, I laughed at that.
Yeah,
I laughed at
I'll
that.
give her that. That was good.
So she did.
So I'm thinking maybe okay, she got a little sense of humor.
Yeah, no, she's mad, and sometimes when women are mad at men, they're just mad at men.
They go post.
Yeah, I just posted something like. I'm not finna sit here and argue about the value of needing one another.
She downloaded her CapCut and then made that little thing.
Right.
And then it said, I'm gonna show all y'all. I'm gonna make a post and cuss all y'all out.
Is she still following the podcast?
Probably.
Obviously,
I'm sure she will.
I mean, yeah, but see, that's dope. But go watch the whole episode.
It's not gonna make. Here's what I learned: when people are committed to misunderstanding you, or they have an idea of you in their mind, there's not anything that's gonna change.
She's gonna find every post now something wrong.
Yes.
With it. Every post now.
This is probably you didn't gave this woman what comment clap back.
Comment clap back.
Listen, it's gonna be another post right
better
after
catch
this.
me on a good day.
And make sure the video we put out.
This is where we do it.
Make sure the video we put out is about the comment clap back.
Yeah, got to.
Okay.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
What's the name? Cigar what?
Cigars and Love Talk.
Cigars and Love Talk. You was not
loving
at all.
Yeah, where was the love?
Where's the love in that talk?
Man.
Where is she from?
I don't know. I think maybe Jersey. I don't know. I haven't done. Let me see where she was
from the state pen. She over here got her.
Stupid.
She got her mug shot.
Listen, I'm not judging, fella.
With a mug shot.
I've been arrested. It's okay.
Hey, she put it out there.
And
I would never put it on my social media.
And then even people in the comments like,
she's a
I don't
fighter.
think he meant it like that. I don't think
come into
yo, mad people in the comments was just like, yo, I think you got it wrong, or like they wasn't having her back. So now, and then she was arguing with the people in the comments.
Oh yeah, she had
on her
time.
own post.
See that's where I
time.
check out, because it's hard to follow. Maybe because I was, the originator of the post, so I know what it's about. So I'm like, I don't know what the hell y'all talking about. So I'm gonna check out y'all talking about something 3 comments ago. People will comment. They comment etiquette is off. It's like you comment. No, you're supposed to comment here. No, I don't know where you are.
Yeah,
trying to swim around in the comments, trying to find out what the heck you talking
around
about.
in the comments.
So the comment clap back of the week, Cigars and Love Talk. So we gave you listen. Whatever it is you was trying to accomplish, I mean,
it worked.
You got your name out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You got triggered. It's okay.
She got her 5 minutes.
And keep supporting the podcast, please. And while we're talking about angry women, and because we have
don't look at me and say
you're not angry.
that.
You're not angry.
Right.
But because we have a woman here, this will be the perfect time to bring this up too.
Okay.
So
don't Trey.
It was a post somebody posted that I did a little commentary video about where chick name Winmore or whatever. She says, giving the baby you birth, and you is in all capital letters, giving the baby you birth, the dad's last name when you don't even have his last name will always be so weird to me. That's what she said. Mm-hmm. Giving the baby you birth, the dad's last name, when you don't even have his last name, will always be so weird to me. Mm-hmm. So apparently this chick is saying, hey, I meet this guy. I like this guy. I'm comfortable enough to have sex with this guy. I'm comfortable enough for him to skeet all inside of me and have his baby. But I'm going to draw the line, if we're not married, to giving him his last name. Mm-hmm.
She's saying this.
That's what she's basically saying.
And what did you say?
So she full of shit.
Wait. Because you introduced this under angry.
Okay, angry. So then,
why is she angry for feeling this way?
First of all, this whole post is ego driven. Number 2, I mean, that's number one. Number two, how do I know it's ego driven? Because she put you in all capital letters. She put you in all capital letters.
The dad's last name.
My bad.
No, that's okay.
His last name will always.
This is Android. Oh, okay, my bad.
People always act like it's a big deal. So, and there's a lot of women in the comments that was agreeing, and there was a lot of women in the comments that wasn't agreeing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, so as a woman, how do we feel about that?
Okay. That's interesting. Let me first say this. This is one thing that's messing us up on social media, because we'll ask one woman or one man something and think, okay, you speak for the group as the collective. Not saying that that's what you're doing, but you have to know so many backgrounds, so many different things. But I can understand on some level how it would be weird. I know girls who didn't give their baby the last name because they were not married, of the father. I know I know girls who have.
Did you give your son the dad's
I was
last name?
married.
Okay.
Yeah. But here's my thing. I didn't change my last name. So
so you was already bound for divorce.
What?
You was already headed for divorce, and then you said you said I'm keeping my last name. In his head, he was like, "Yeah, this ain't gonna work." No! He said, "This ain't gonna work."
Damn.
Because if that's all that it takes, then we're not really rocking with. If your girl don't take your name, it's a wrap for y'all. Thank you.
You know what?
Why?
All right, so let me say this. What is the reason why?
Thank you. Where does it originate from? Do you know where that comes from?
Probably somewhere with some slave masters.
There we go. Thank you.
It always comes down to the slave masters.
I have a Kenyan homegirl. Shout out to my homegirl, Nathania.
It's hot now. We can turn the air on.
The kids take the woman's last name. So if we were really culturally in touch,
we in the US.
We wouldn't do that. But we're not. And that's understood. We've been stripped from our roots. Cool.
Yeah. Because your name wouldn't be Chelcye.
It wouldn't. Exactly. It wouldn't be at all. So it's like, is that really a deal breaker at the end of the day?
Like I said, it just, what are the reasons behind it?
What are the reasons that she wouldn't do it, or you need her to change it?
Is it, well, I want to keep my last name because I want to represent my father and his legacy, or my family and his legacy and what he created, you know what I mean? Or is it just, fuck the tradition, I just like the way my last name sounds.
What would be a good enough reason for you to be okay with it?
Yo, I never really thought about it. You know why? Because that's not an issue that
know she's gonna take it.
She's practiced saying it now. Okay. She's looking forward
to doing it. Gotcha.
And that's the thing. It's just like, to me, if a woman is just totally against it,
right?
That's showing a level of, okay, you're not. Now, some men don't care.
Yeah.
And to be honest, if she didn't want to take my last name, I don't know if I would have been like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah, I think you would.
I don't know, to be honest. Because
you would question it.
I would. I'd be like, well, why you don't want to take it? She was like, well, because whatever. I'd be like, all right, it is what it is.
Yeah. Did your wife take yours?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I just feel like, nowadays, because of this, social media, chicks would just see a post about, don't you ever take a man last name, and then they'll be like, you know what?
I think
I'm going to listen to this girl who I don't know, and I'm just going to follow the herd because it's a trend or some shit. It got to be a good reason. You know what I mean? I don't know what Mark's wife reason is. I would like.
You didn't ask me my reason.
I'm going to get there.
You know it was like, you doomed for divorce.
Is it not tradition? It's like you have tradition.
No. For me, I mean, we were still in the military, and it's just a bigger hassle to change it for us than to just leave it. It wasn't that I wasn't going to do it, just at that time. And then by the time it was time,
it was no more.
It was over.
There was two less pages that you had to fill out.
It wasn't a big deal to him either, I don't think. He honestly, for him, this is what I respect too, this is your son. And so it meant a lot for his son to have his name in that way. And so that I understood completely. And also he had been married before that woman had took his name in. That shit didn't work. So my nigga, I know you're not trying to hold me to a standard over there.
I feel like if a woman
was that in there though? It's like was that a consideration? What you just said? You already he
No,
was married before?
I'm traditional in a lot of ways, and in a lot of ways I'm not. And certain things to me, like I like reasoning. Why are we doing this? Are we doing this because mama and them did it and big mama and them did it and that's why we're doing it? Or are we doing it because this means something? If he had came to me and been like, Chelcye, this really means a lot, man, you got it.
I think certain things it just is what it is. I feel like this new day and age, we're always trying to find a reason to go against it just because. Yeah. It's just like, because my mama did it, her mama did it, and their mama did it. So like why we gotta try to find a reason now all of a sudden why?
Because there's been a lot of dysfunction that way.
But the name don't matter. So here's my theory.
The name don't matter.
But it don't matter in the sense of
it doesn't matter to everybody.
Here's my theory. I feel like this. If a woman is willing to say, I'll marry you. If a woman is willing to say, I'll have your baby. Yeah. If a woman is willing to do these things with you, but then say, but I don't want your last name. That's like, okay, so you're not 100% committed into this union. There's a small reservation.
What does the name have to do with the level of my commitment to you?
Because I'm trying to ask you what that means to you.
I'm already locked in.
So what the hell is a name?
So what the hell is a name?
What the hell is wrong?
So what the hell is a name?
But wait a minute. Let me ask the question though. Okay. Do you think that there's some sort of symbolism that goes into, like there's a meaning behind it? Okay, but what is that meaning to you?
Ownership.
Okay, ownership.
Yeah.
So is it, look, the name that I have as a man that I want you to now wear as my wife, and you're like, no, because that means you own me.
Right.
Right.
If that's the thing, then
why you getting married?
Well,
number one,
and
why you going into a feeling like that?
Okay, now that's a good question. Why you feel like I own you?
Both.
You still,
because if you feel like that, why you get married?
Why
marriage doesn't mean here's my thing. Here's my thing. If I got married tomorrow, now here we go. I will take the name. I don't have a real issue with that.
Okay.
That's not a thing for me. But what I am here to do is also represent those who feel like it is a level of ownership. If you really do the research on where marriage come from and why we do it, and again, it is a thing of, because one, women didn't have rights. Women couldn't buy houses, couldn't get property. They needed a man to be able to do these things. I needed your name to just be able to survive. I don't now. That doesn't mean that I devalue who you are as a man any less. That doesn't mean that I don't want to share my life with you and grow with you and build with you, because that's what marriage is really supposed to be about, is joining our lives together, building our lives together, doing it together. That don't have nothing to do with no damn name.
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you one of the reasons
I got
why.
Some.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So don't forget it. What's your last name?
Perry.
Perry. I knew that, but I just want people to know. Okay. What was your husband's last name?
Muse.
Okay, Perry and Muse. You go check into the hotel, right? You know, give him the card for the incidentals, whatever. Y'all chilling. Hotel calls up the room. The receptionist. He answers the phone. How you doing, Mr. Perry? We have your, and he like, my last name not Perry. My last name
so
is
your
Muse.
ego is bruised.
No, but it's just, that's the kind of shit that you just be like.
So what?
Nah, man.
So what?
No.
That's a quick two second. If anything, y'all should be able to laugh about it together. Like, why? That's your ego. That's ego.
No, I'm just putting it out. That ain't an ego.
That's ego.
Look, that's, to me, I'm just like, where did we get to the independent part of we're trying to let traditions go. Like I tell everybody all the time, social media gonna make a lot of people go to hell because they've been having all these traditions, and now everybody don't believe in the Bible no more because it's all
marriage.
People be debunking Jesus.
Going to school.
I be looking like, yo, social media God gonna be like, remember this post you put? And he gonna be like, I'm sorry, God, I was trying to get 300 likes.
That part, when you're doing it for likes, but without research and knowledge, that is a problem.
I think, man, certain traditions, and look, I'm very non-traditional.
Right.
I have a non-traditional mind frame. Like I'm all good for the non-traditions.
Okay.
But like I said,
I don't believe that, but I'll go ahead.
No facts.
Yeah.
Like if anybody know, I'm very liberal. I have conservative views on certain things, but I'm very liberal.
Okay.
I'm like, especially with women. Women raised me.
Right.
So
if she don't take the name, it's no problem.
I've seen strong women. My mother is a strong woman. My grandmother was a strong woman.
Right.
My sister, rest in peace, was a strong woman.
Yeah.
My sister did her hyphen her name, Person
Okay.
Hudson. Person Hudson.
Did you talk to her about why she did that?
I never did. But I mean, that's a good question. I never be like, why did you? I just always thought because she didn't, she still wanted Person as well. You know what I mean? But she still did Person/Hudson.
What does she do for a living, if I may ask?
What she did for a living.
Okay.
She
your
was
sister did pass.
she was she worked for the government. She was the event planner for the Georgia Department of mental.
Okay.
She worked
for the state?
She worked for the state.
I ask only because, like, okay, let's take Will and Jada.
Mm-hmm.
When they got married, she hyphened, and it was, to me, it made sense because
it's a
she
brand.
was a brand, she was a
Right.
so, you know, like you said, if you have a legitimate reason on why you would want to do it, fine.
Mm-hmm.
I don't, like I said, just for the sake of conversation, I would take it, but I don't think it means it doesn't carry the same weight that it once did. And there's nothing, it's okay. But go ahead, Joe.
So
He been trying to get this point over a minute.
I'm just saying. I mean, that's a sensitive thing.
Yeah.
I don't think it's ego. I don't think that, and really, the tradition. I think there's more to the tradition of having the person's last name past ownership. Like, I think it's more than that. It's part of the covenant that you have with your spouse, and she is now covered and spoken for, and you can tell that because she is wearing my name. So if your wife is called by her father's name or not your name, then who is covering you? Like who are you with? You know what I mean? There's a question socially.
Yeah.
That's present still today.
Well,
And then
that would be in any case.
When you're trying to get life insurance
Okay, it's like
policies
whose
and
family
this
do you associate yourself with? It's no different than the confusion that comes with, you know, let's say two children that have the same father, but they don't have the same mother.
Or vice versa.
Wait,
I'm just
Switch
saying.
it up.
I'm just.
They got the same mama, different daddies, and the two kids got different last names.
Okay,
that's a whole different something.
But what I'm
that's a whole
no, but
different
here's the thing. If you come into whatever situation where you have to lay claim to some responsibility with a child just based on their name on a form, they don't look like they're associated, but they are.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with your spouse. On paper, like for some kind of status or some kind of.
Does it matter in paper or does it matter what you're doing in real life?
Okay, it's
extra
both.
paperwork.
Yeah, but it's both. How do you lay claim to each other in a legal status for some sort of benefit? In terms of family, can you?
You can still do all the same things.
You have to let people know if you ain't there.
Was marrying one of them Jacksons, you'll be like, or one of them Mayweathers, or one of them Hiltons, or whatever. I'll take the last name
because of who you're associated with.
So you think money would make women more willing?
They wouldn't even question it. With
I didn't even say that. I said the association. Who's whose child are you? Whose father are you? Whose wife are
who you belong to?
Right.
But not.
Who
I'm not.
you belong
I didn't
to.
say belong to. I said who you
What?
with. So because you don't like that
And
word.
I am. That's don't
I
say
understand.
I don't like.
Understand what you're saying about the
For
ownership
me
thing.
personally, for Chelcye personally,
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the name. Oh,
Okay.
that's Bae. I'm with him. I want him. I want it to be known.
You want to be Mr. Johnson?
Okay.
That's me. However, I can also understand where these things are rooted, and
that's
also
fine.
understand why women would be like, "Nah, I'm really not for that." And it does not mean that I'm not as in it as much. I don't love you as much. That's the sucky part of beginning to question traditions and beginning to question certain things. Is now you think I value you less, and that's not true.
Well,
if you're not demonstrating that in your life, then that's one thing.
Exactly.
That's one
what I
thing.
said.
So and that's completely fine. I mean, I think we're reasonable people for the most part.
Yeah.
But if you think of I'm just gonna say it, the silly women who just don't want to take the name because they feel less than. I'm going to hyphenate.
They exist.
You're not going to own me.
Yeah.
So
Those types of women
I'm
probably
like,
wouldn't
I'm
even
kind of
get
like,
married.
which is like, why are you getting married?
Yeah.
Then? I said, okay,
I'm not
we'll
trying
get
to own
married.
you, but why are you?
I'm like, damn.
So then we don't need rings then. So give me the ring back. So if we on some, I'm not a traditional. Well, give me the ring back. All right. And what else? What else traditional that we?
I can see.
You
Listen,
keep your apartment.
people are doing that now,
You just
which I think is wild
keep
as
your
well.
spot.
Shit, you might as well just be single.
You might as well
And
be
I
single.
know everybody say people got to do what work for them. I understand.
Yeah,
that.
for
But
sure.
hey, some men might think working for me is going out here to get another nut from another chick. Like, so we say that, but we still got to keep. It's a certain kind of boundary that I feel like, or limit that we have to have when it's like, you got to do what works for you type situation.
When you're sharing life with somebody as a spouse or just in a committed relationship, I can understand the names don't matter. It is your life and your behavior and how you conduct yourself. However, if there's an articulated, if you can explain yourself
in a manner
that's gonna make that make sense,
all right.
then all right. But you need to say it, but you can't be. This nigga want to marry me and he want me to take his name.
Like I just tell you how men think.
No.
Understandable.
A man gonna be like, she kind of on some bullshit.
Yeah,
like,
that's some bullshit.
And we still gonna do it.
He want me to have his babies, but he want the babies to have his name. What's wrong with my last name?
It's just like,
didn't you get it from your father?
Right. So going back to the original post with the kid.
Yeah.
Or maybe you didn't.
It's like, I could see if a father is not in the kid's life, you got a deadbeat dad.
Oh yeah, that's
or
different.
a deadbeat parent. Let me put it out there,
Yeah.
or a deadbeat parent, because I know some deadbeat mothers out there.
Do I know any deadbeat?
So-
I desire to be a deadbeat mother.
Oh Lord.
That'd be great.
So
Just pick them up on the weekends and then dip out.
That's not
What?
that's not being a deadbeat.
That is a deadbeat.
Just
What's
pick-
a deadbeat?
Not in the child's life
At
at
all?
all.
at all.
Oh. No, I'm gonna pick them up on the weekend and post
Hold
for the
up, go
ground.
back to that. I
It's a
wish I
lot
could
less
be a deadbeat
work.
and
Well,
pick
that
him
would
up
be
on the
great.
weekend only.
What?
I just think it's a
There's
situation.
a lot of
where-
deadbeat fathers out there, according to her definition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just feel like
I'm a full-time mother. You're right. Picking them up on the weekend ain't enough, babe. That ain't gonna get
He
it.
dead.
Yeah.
Beat
That
it.
ain't gonna get it.
But yeah, I just kind of didn't agree with that. A lot of women are like, well, it's the woman, she's the one carrying the baby. She's this. It's a lot of women in there, and I know some single moms that was in the comments that's like, yeah, I agree. Yeah, you agree. You talking about this, that, and the, like men ain't this, men ain't that. You picked the wrong guy. So don't be agreeing with this just because you picked the wrong guy.
Trigger.
And you're a single mother.
Hit dogs holler.
Yeah, like I guarantee you, if that man was in your child's life, you would have, and you wasn't married, so you probably would have gave the child the last name. And just because you're not married What does that mean? Just because you're not married. Some people have kids and like, yo, I don't want to get married.
Look,
Okay, so prime example, Don Cheadle and his wife, they've been together 20 plus, maybe even 30 some odd years now. They are not married. I believe they have kids together in the whole nine, but it definitely gives that they are loyal and only involved with them. I don't know.
Right.
But
There are
outside
other
looking
couples.
in, there's a bunch of couples who have never been married.
He's
who
a
do their
family
thing.
man, but he's not.
Yes,
he's
but
not
he's
legally
not
married to his wife.
legally married to his wife.
It's
So
another
then,
celebrity couple. Like
There's a lot of people that's like that. I bet.
what are their last names?
Cheadle and.
Could be, maybe not. We don't know.
Yeah.
But you can change your name to whatever you want to.
That part.
Whenever you want to. But the reasons why you're doing it.
It got to be a good reason.
It has to be that there is a change of life behavior of why you would do something like that. When you're, I mean, you
I think you are allowed to think that something is weird, though. All the girl said at the end of the day was that it was weird to her. And so sometimes that's enough. But he also brings up a good point of that there is a pocket. I hate that people make it seem like it's more than what it is, but there are a pocket of bitter women who then do things in response to either that man not being around, the relationship falling apart, whatever. And so now you're acting off of emotion and bitterness, and then that's a problem.
That's the problem.
But like you said, if I'm able to articulate to you why I don't want to do it or do want to do it, then we sit down and have a discussion as a unit.
I agree.
Right. But now you had your son within the marriage.
Yes.
Okay, so he has
The dad's
he had both of the names in the beginning, and then I let it go. I let it go after a while.
You had it was Perry Muse.
No, I hear he was Perry Muse. Not he was cool with it. He was cool with it. He was Perry
okay,
Muse.
but the point is he got the daddy's name. There
Yes.
wasn't no. I don't want him to have.
No, because this
your
is his
name.
son.
So- 'cause
When it's
that's-
a child,
that's
it
what I'm
is who
saying.
you belong to.
Okay, but
you need to take ownership and claim this your child. Yes.
Okay, but isn't there? Going back to what I said,
What?
female, woman.
No,
The
you
other-
had-
he-
I heard
I'm
that.
sorry.
They're gonna get on the ass.
And
about
you
that.
know, okay,
Hey,
can I
you
say
can
this
say
also,
whatever
though,
you
as a
want to me.
female?
I
We grew up
said
saying
female,
It was
meaning
not a
that gender.
derogatory
It still
thing.
ain't. It's still
When
ain't.
the woman,
It's still ain't.
when the young bride is
Joe, shut the
whatever.
fuck up.
I'm only talking about marriage. She came from this family with this father's name. We're gonna assume it's a father. The father was there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He is now transferring responsibility of the care and welfare of his daughter to another man.
Yes.
So wouldn't he also think it's weird
No.
if he does not put his name on you?
Who, the father?
The father.
Yeah, the father.
Say that last line
I
again.
don't know what's
The-
wrong with my
if-
baby.
Say it.
Look,
No.
if-
Just repeat it. I want you to hear it.
Okay. If that man, I think I
Mhm.
said it like this. If that man that you're sending off to your
Mm-hmm.
sending your daughter off to
Mm-hmm.
does not want to put his name
Mhm.
on his daughter, would that not be weird to him?
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want you to sit with that.
Yeah. I'm
So
just
let
saying.
me read one of these comments.
I'm saying it would be.
So-
You don't want to claim him?
I want to read two of the comments, right?
Mhm.
I'm not going to mention their name because they're friends of mine. And
Oh wow.
Is one of them Reuben Warren?
I like these two women.
He wild.
Wait,
Yeah.
Reuben.
He wild.
You know,
Is he in
like,
there?
No.
Man,
This
Reuben,
is from women.
Reuben.
These are
Oh,
women
okay, all right.
who I like. who I'm
Reuben
very
will
cool
cause
with.
static on the
But
post.
one of them said, I agree with her. Usually baby default last name is the mother's, but usually she has the father's because they are married. If he ain't make that happen, then baby has the mother. Simple as that. So fellas, if you want the baby to have your last name, marry her.
Mm.
And somebody else said, another woman friend of mine said, it's because us single moms do all the work and money and the sperm donor does bare minimum while the child represents his family's name. And now all of us ask for the man to not pull out, laugh out loud. And as far as accountability, y'all are the ones not pulling out. It takes y'all sperm to make a baby. It's always wild to me when the woman gets all the blame.
Let me respond to the first one. I am and have always been a firm believer in staying together for the kids is one of the stupidest things that you could do. So just because she's having your baby does not mean you marry her.
Or you
at
go and
all.
marry her and have a baby.
Now,
and
now
that's
why-
fine.
That
why-
sounds
why not?
crazy to me.
Why not?
Because a man being a good father is not dictated upon him being with this woman. You can be an amazing
Amen.
father without being with this woman. There are tons of men who are shitty partners and good fathers.
Amen.
A man taught me that, so I know it to be true. One. Two, the second one said because the woman does all the work and it takes the man's sperm. Yes, it takes two. We're not gonna
Right.
sit here and just say, okay, if you just put your nut on a couch, nothing happens. You have
Right.
to open up your legs
Put it-
and put the
Exactly.
nut in there. So
Right.
it
You
takes
gotta
two.
allow.
You gotta allow. We're not
Yeah.
gonna do that. And then doing all the work. Okay, well, you didn't know you was gonna be doing all the work. Until if you
Until it
felt like
happened.
that you was gonna be doing all the work while you was fucking with this nigga, then you should have went somewhere else and
Exactly.
took care of that beforehand.
That's what I had to say. I said most.
I don't.
And they was like, well, how is it a guarantee to know that even, he's going to be around? I said, well, there's no guarantee, but I said,
It's
if
not.
you're pregnant,
It's
if
true.
that man is there with you at every appointment,
True.
that man is there if y'all living together.
He
if
can still flip the script though.
but if
Flip the
he's
script.
taking care of you while you're pregnant
Yeah.
and doing all those things like I did when my son's mother was pregnant,
Yeah.
we didn't work out, but we still
Same.
still made the shit work.
Yeah,
Like,
baby daddy
in-
was
in
all the
beginning,
appointments. Yeah.
we was together.
Yeah.
It's rubbing the belly. Oh, let's go. And we were young, taking the MARTA in
Teens.
Atlanta, going to 19, 20.
Okay, yeah.
Oh no, well, I was
Take-
older than that.
Taking the train to go to the doctor's appointments and if the car broke down, we doing all of this. It's like, so, but even, so you will have a gauge of knowing.
Yes and no, because wait, I don't like now this is where I have to represent for the ladies, because a nigga will be all the things and still can end up being a deadbeat daddy.
Once the baby comes?
Yes.
Usually it's the other way around.
I
Usually you
promise
don't know if a nigga don't want to be involved. When you like,
no, because sometimes when the relationship, first of all, this is what, I don't know if men understand this. A lot of things that women will accept, and then she has that baby, she's not accepting no more. And so there may be a thing that she was okay with, but
I don't
she's
wanna
not
forget this.
okay
Go ahead.
with anymore. And so that can suck for him, but it's like also there's a time where if the relationship doesn't work out, some men will be like, well, shit, if I ain't gonna be with you, then I don't want to have nothing to do. That was my biological father was that way. My mom was like, well, I'm not happy in this relationship. I'm out.
And
He's
he
like,
was
well, I
like-
don't want to have nothing to do with neither one of y'all.
yeah.
So that's not, you don't all, and they were married for 6-7 years.
Yeah. Do you think your dad gave your mom some signs that he would do some
Prior
shit like that?
to them getting married, no. In the marriage, yeah. She definitely at year 3 should have caught out. She should have deuced that nigga for sure.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
she loved him. She wanted to work it out. She's older. She's very traditional. My mama wanted 10 kids.
Yeah, my mom
So-
told me the other day, when I told her my dad to come to the show, and she's like, well, I know you're not disappointed. And I was just like, nah, I already, and it ain't because my
He
dad.
didn't come to my game.
Yeah, my dad ain't never been in none of my games. But because when I was raised in Jersey, then when my mom and dad got divorced when I was 3, my sister was 4, my dad moved back to North Carolina where he was from. So
Yeah, he wasn't.
my dad was, it was never, I tell people all the time, I probably said this in the origin story, it was never a fact of not knowing if my dad loved us. We always knew that. He would call drunk, he would call, and if he didn't call us, we knew he was locked up for some shit, for something involving alcohol. But I was raising, and even to this day, I'm raising a big brother when it comes to my dad.
Okay.
I feel like I have to raise
Yeah.
him in a sense. You know what I mean? Because even with him not coming to the show, it's like somebody gotta drive him to the show.
Yeah.
Now, yeah, he's older now. He's 70 something, but
He's in the 70s.
that ain't
Yeah.
old
No.
now. For me, I'm like, it'd be those little triggers.
Yeah.
Like if you had your shit together,
It wouldn't
you
be a
could get in
problem.
your own car
Yeah.
and come drive to the show.
Yeah, I get that.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
no, I get
Where
that.
you don't gotta depend on
somebody
nobody
else.
at this age. But it's like all that. So anyway, talking to my mom, she was like, son, sometimes I just think back and just be like, I don't know how or
Yeah.
why, but
Maybe it is what it is. You live and you learn.
it is what it is, man. And no knock on my dad.
Yeah,
but
I mean, well, I
I'm
have
being
a dad,
I'm
a real
being
dad.
transparent.
Yeah,
you know?
transparent and grown.
Yeah, and grown.
Yeah.
Like I love my dad, but my dad janky.
I know.
He loves us to death. He loves my sister to death, but the nigga just couldn't get it together.
Yeah.
I'm like, if you found you a good woman back in the day, you probably would have had your life together.
Mm-hmm.
But when you left my mom's,
Mm-hmm.
I ain't see you with a chick since, and I was 3. And nigga, the life is just
went left, not right.
Do you think a man's life is better when he has a good woman in his
Most
life?
Definitely.
Okay.
Most
I'm just glad
definitely.
y'all said it.
Let me go back to what you were saying
Yeah.
before. Like you having the baby, you doing all the things, rubbing the belly and this and that, and then you said that sometimes a man will flip the script on you based on whatever. Now you were in your teens and you guys were together, but you didn't marry. Was there a reason why you didn't?
Mhm.
And what was that reason?
Because I knew it wasn't gonna work. I knew we didn't get along. I knew that her personality and my personality wasn't meshing well. It was one of those things where I would go home and I would have to sit in the car and be like, I do not feel like going in this house to deal with the bullshit.
Oh, and y'all live together too.
Yeah, we lived together.
Oh, okay.
When I would put that key in the door, it would be in slow motion because
What is behind this door?
Right.
because it was a situation to where we both were unhappy, but she was willing to sacrifice her own happiness to
stay
continue
together.
to make me unhappy. And no, like you gotta, and I'm being real. And look, me and her got a great relationship now.
I know you guys do,
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
but
Back
you
then,
think
though,
that
back
she
then-
wanted to sacrifice? Like, let's repeat this. Sometimes I need y'all to repeat
No,
the things
no,
y'all
Yeah,
say.
I'm
That's
gonna
funny
do
as
it
hell.
again.
You think that she was willing to sacrifice her own happiness to make you? You think she was deliberately trying to make you unhappy
100%. And look,
by doing what? Give me an example of this.
And this is a grown man talking,
Yeah.
like now still thinking back
Yeah.
about that relationship into where we're at now. When I left her, she was like, we were good. You know we wasn't good.
No,
We were like, we argued all the time. We did not get along.
So here's my thing. Your idea of unhappy and maybe her idea of unhappy are different.
She was willing to set in that space. You know why?
Why?
Because she was comfortable.
Sure.
She was comfortable with,
That means she's
some people get comfortable in the chaos.
That's good. I'll give
Now-
you that.
now-
I'll give you
now
that.
that was like-
I'll give you that.
And I was like, yo, I'm not comfortable in the
Okay.
chaos.
But that's not about her
Yes, it is.
wanting to see you unhappy. She's comfortable there. And probably also thinking, if I'm comfortable here, you should be comfortable here too.
Okay.
But not wanting to see you unhappy.
Like she knew she would intentionally do things to make it difficult, to make life difficult.
Okay, right there.
Like, and that's, and this is a grown man who
I would need her to say that.
Me and her.
I would need her to say, I intentionally did things
What
to make
woman-
him unhappy.
what
Have
woman
you ever
would
done
know?
that?
For example,
Listen.
when we separated, right?
Mhm.
And when I say when I moved here to Cali,
Mhm.
it would be like, hey, I'm coming to Maryland for the birthday, whatever. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get the rental. I'll come to the house,
Mhm.
leave the door unlocked or the key under the mat so I can come in the house because I know you're gonna be at work, whatever. I'll get whatever situated, then go pick Bryce up and do all that, bring him to the house, blah, blah, blah. It would be something like a good plan.
Mm.
I'll fly all the way here,
Mhm.
get the rental, Go to the house. Ain't no key under the mat. Door locked. And I'm like, yo, where the key at? I'm trying to get in. Like, I'm not. It just being difficult with the whole plan. So let me tell you how bad it got.
Go ahead.
I just landed in LA. I think my son is like 11.
Mm-hmm.
It got so bad, and she made it such chaos. I said, you know what? Because I was flying on the buddy pass. I said, you know what? And this how I know she knew she was on some bullshit. I said, don't worry about it. I'm just gonna go to the airport and fly back.
Okay.
I said, I don't got time for it. And then by me saying, I'm going to go right back to the airport right now. I just landed here, just got to the house to do everything that we planned to do. Mm-hmm. And you intentionally didn't do it. I said, I'm just going to go back to BWI and fly back home because I don't want to deal with it. Then it's like, okay, let me get my shit together. It would be times where I'd be like, listen, what times are good for him to fly out here to LA? Mm-hmm. I couldn't get a straight answer.
Gotcha.
So then, asking repeated times, can't get a straight answer. Then when I booked the flight, why would you book it at that time? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, who's going to take him now?
Right.
And I'm like, what do you mean who's going to, like, it is those kind of things. So when we was living together, that's an example of the kind of things I was dealing with.
So wait, because now I'm confused. Because the initial question was, what was she doing while you guys were together that was intentional? Well, here's my thing. Wait, hold on, Joe. You gave me examples of things that I agree making it difficult after you guys had separated.
It was the same exact type of things that was going on when we were together.
So So you're telling me that you were together, but you were living out here?
No. When we were living, I just gave you some examples of just how difficult it was. So when we were living together, it could be when I moved there and when I first moved to Maryland, right? And I didn't have a car. Mm-hmm. But I found a job. I'm like, look, I got a train in here. It's about to start a job. I got a train in here. And so what we're going to do is I'll take you, or you need to drop me off here to the training before you go to work, and then I'll find somebody to bring me back in the area, because the training was like an overnight situation.
Right.
No.
Had you cheated on this woman?
We never had a problem with infidelity. That was nothing that we ever really.
Because why would she not want to help you?
Can I?
I don't understand why. Something not adding up.
Let me offer this.
Adding up.
Y'all, I don't know how that was so long ago.
That's the point that I am trying to make to you, which is I don't have no reason to lie.
I don't believe
like now, was I 100% like a great guy? No, but what I wasn't was a difficult person. I'm always easy to get along with. And she, like, you at the end of the day, she just made things difficult. And like I said, and I can speak freely because we get along good now.
Yeah.
Because you're not together?
Yeah, and she said some things. She said some things that been like, we were young and we were this, we were that. But literally, she would just be difficult. And I would be like, well, why wouldn't you take me there? I just moved here. I don't have a car yet.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get a job.
Most women go above and beyond for their man and here's my thing, especially when you're young. That's when women are most gullible. That's when niggas is taking the Altima and riding all through the city.
The Altima?
So I don't, that's the car. So I don't understand when you're telling me this is my lady and I'm rocking with you, why she would tell you no on the job training. That just...
But now,
let
me offer this.
You've done something.
Let me offer this. I think that
you gotta always think that it ain't about somebody doing something. Some people are just wired
to be difficult.
Because
that's past difficult. Now you're trying to see me fail. I don't look at that as you being difficult.
So you don't think. Sorry.
Go ahead.
You don't think on any level that was her way of establishing some kind of control over you that you were resisting?
Yeah, it was just one of those things where we were young and we were in this situation.
There's that, but it's like when you're not, I'm not gonna say out of your element, but if you're
that was
okay.
I left Atlanta.
Okay,
and she knew
Okay.
I left my comfort zone, and now I'm here.
But that's on both sides.
No, because she was living in there. She left Atlanta 2 years before I moved to. She left Atlanta 2 years prior. So what we would do, I would keep Bryce for 6 months in Atlanta, me and the boys, and then she would have him for 6 months. We did that twice.
And y'all was together?
No, this is when we wasn't together anymore.
Okay, that don't count. However she treats you
okay,
after I'm
so-
done with you, it's how I treat you.
No,
I don't
listen.
give a fuck.
No, we're not talking
fucked
about
up.
that.
It's-
It was
Yeah.
once I decided to move to Maryland to make us work again.
Okay.
And that's the agreement. Okay, I got a 2-bedroom.
Oh, she's hard. Here's the thing.
let's-
On that second spin,
The second
yeah,
come around.
it's different.
So
You don't get the same person the second time
But she
around.
wasn't even that. She was that person the whole goddamn time. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah,
I
Patience
can-
is
Yeah,
I don't
but
have it that second time around because you did something and you fucked it up the first time.
No, she didn't move to Maryland. She didn't move to Maryland because
Oh, y'all were really young.
we were
too.
in college.
Yeah.
So when she graduated college, she wanted to move to Maryland because she was like, she think of some job opportunities.
Mhm.
And I was like, well, I'm not, I don't have nothing out there in Maryland, so I'm going to stay in Atlanta. It wasn't like we're splitting up. It was just a decision that was like, I'm going to go here, you're going to go there. And okay, well, I'll keep Bryce for 6 months. We wasn't together at that point in time.
How old was Bryce at that time?
When we was going back and forth, he was like 3.
Okay.
So I keep him for 6 months. She'd keep him for 6 months. We did that twice. Then shit was going on in Atlanta. I was like, I need to get out of here.
Yeah.
And then she was like, well, I got a crib. You might as well just come out here. I said, bet. So went out there.
She was willing.
And I'm moving out there to make the family work.
Yeah.
And that's when, we was like, all right, bet.
Because for her to say, you might as well come here and then make it difficult for you when you got there.
That's on the
We
second.
should have her come on the show.
Well,
wanna
here's
talk
my point in saying
Even though
that.
we get along,
As you should at this point.
Hey,
Your son's grown. He's
My
successful.
point in saying that, I don't mean to
No,
cut
go
you
ahead,
off
do
because
your thing.
I have a smooth entry to a conversation.
Go ahead.
Okay, so my point in saying that was during that time you're young and you're having the baby and stuff like that. The imbalance that's in the midst of this instability, going back and forth, the kid, this and that. I'm a mom and I'm not married. I'm not that. I mean, there's all sorts of things going on there. But in the midst of that, you said, this is too difficult. I can't marry this woman. So I'm just saying, it was in the midst of that.
Let me tell you one of the main things it was, though.
But that's valid.
It's very valid.
But what I'm saying is, in that imbalance, and she's being difficult and being intentional and all that, I don't know if you perceive that to be intentional or not, but sometimes that's how I'm saying that a woman in that position, that's how she needs to deal with the situation, to have some sort of a sense of control, not just over you, but just over herself.
Let me tell you what drew the line for me.
Mm-hmm.
When I said to myself, I would never marry her.
Mm-hmm.
She talked to my mom crazy one time.
Oh, that's different.
And look,
red flag.
Mm-hmm.
And her and my sister didn't get along. Now, mind you,
Another red flag.
Now, mind you, before my sister passed, they were very close.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like, my son's mother is a whole new different person now.
Yeah.
I mean, she dealt with anxiety and stuff, but
grown
now when I think back now, I'm like, she probably had that then.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
She was a
still grown.
teenage
She had
mom.
that then, but you couldn't diagnose it.
Yeah.
So,
How much older than
we're the
her?
same age.
Okay, same age.
So
Okay.
one night, so okay, during the holiday, every holiday we would go spend the holiday with her family.
Mm-hmm.
This particular Christmas, my mom, my sister, we all going to Jersey to do our tradition.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't been to Jersey, and my son was young. He hasn't really been around my Jersey family. So this particular year, I was like, yo, I'm going to Jersey. We're going to Jersey. You're welcome to come. She made a big deal about it. He's supposed to be with what I'm like, listen, he spent the last 5 holidays with your family for Christmas. It's time he's going to spend this Christmas with my family, and made a big deal about it. We all knew she was going to do that.
Yeah.
So I'm talking to my mom. I'm like, Mom, I'm just trying to get it situated, whatever. She said, well, let me talk to her. Put her on the phone. My mom is the most soft voice. Like, my mom ain't no
cheerful.
Very cheerful lady.
Mm-hmm.
I said, hey, here, Bridget, my mom wants to talk to you. She goes upstairs. She comes down the stairs yelling and doing all this. I'm thinking somebody else called in and she's talking to somebody else. She gave me the phone back. It's my mom. My mom said, son, it's okay. It's all right. You know, we'll figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
That moment there,
yeah,
I said in my mind, I will never marry her.
I can understand that.
I will never.
Just plain and simple.
Just plain
yeah,
and
no,
simple.
I can understand that.
Mhm.
I said, because if you would talk to my mother that way,
Yeah.
you don't have no respect. And it was just those kind of things. And listen, like I said, I'm not trying to make it seem like I'm the perfect.
Yeah.
But there's certain things that
Yeah.
I do and don't do. There's certain things. I'm a great father. There's like I'm like, yo, we a team. We gonna figure this out. And when you're purposely just trying to be difficult, I'm like, yo, it's not that hard. It's like, if I got a job, yeah, it's gonna be a sacrifice for this day that you might have to get up an extra hour early
Right.
to take me to this training.
Yeah.
But it's not gonna be something you have to do every single day.
Right.
It's like, it was just so much of that compiled on top of each other. And I was just like, and my mom said back in the day, she said, you know what, I love Bridget because that's your, you know, but I just don't like her ways. That's what she used to say back then.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, so unfortunately it didn't work out. I would have loved to have at that point in time married her
But neither one of y'all were ready. Neither one of y'all were
But
ready.
you're not ready. But like, if your mindset is like this, you know, family. Sometimes you try to, you know, make the best out of a bad situation. Not a bad situation, but hey, I'm being accountable for my choices,
right?
And then you're like, can I make this move here? And can we get to this family state?
To this point.
But it's like, okay, some things you can see, whatever the red flag is, you can see, oh, this ain't gonna change.
Right.
Or this is a major violation. It could have been any violation like that, but that right there, that's
she's the
serious.
type I go get ready to leave to go do a show. She'll take the keys, and now I'm an hour late to the show.
Okay, that's a measure of control.
Shit like that. And so, but even my mom, because my mom
that
is a woman.
intentional.
Yeah.
Even
Take his keys.
My mom is a woman, and I remember my mom said to me, she said, "Look, son, I don't agree with everything she does, but as a woman, I understand that you guys been together for this amount of time, 10 years, whatever the case may be. And as a woman, I'm telling you, you need to make a decision as a man what you're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you're going to be with this woman, or you're going to marry her, you're going to be with
Mama.
her, or
Are you gonna string
not,
her along? Yeah.
or you not." And she said, I don't like the ways, but as a woman,
Yeah.
you need to make a decision what you're going to do.
She was trying to help her. Sounds like.
No,
She was trying to help the both of them.
Both
because
of them,
here's my
but-
thing.
but
These types of behaviors that he's describing to us come from somewhere. Not to justify them, but they come from somewhere. And something that was transpiring between either that he was doing or not doing.
Or trauma from her.
Could be.
Potentially.
Yeah.
And so by your mom saying that, that to me also says to me, this woman wants to know where this is going. And then now here you are saying, okay, I'm finna do comedy and I got this and I got that going on. It's like, so wait, you can go and do this, but you can't figure out what's going on with us? Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna take the keys and I'm throwing.
I told my mom, and she
I'm
don't
gonna take the keys,
to this
I'm
day, she
going.
be like, "Don't forget, I'm the one who got you, who told you about the shows out here." But you know, and I told my mom, I said, "Look, Ma, I said I'm not gonna marry."
Yeah.
And my mom was like, "Okay."
Well, say that.
And when I made that decision, I literally felt 5,000 pounds.
How long did it
of
take you to
stress.
make that decision?
And man, we was together for like 10 years.
All right, look at that. Look at that.
Total,
Look at
like,
that.
That's better than being
And I
engaged for
tried.
10 years.
Look at that.
I put that time in.
It don't matter.
No, it matters.
I put that time in.
You make a commitment and don't follow through on that commitment. 10 years, that's different.
My God, today.
But I'm happy. I'm happy that you know at this
that
age
y'all worked it out.
We are good friends. We talk a lot. Like
Good.
she's, you know, we have such a best relationship now.
I love that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad that that's the case. You know, and all that's the past. You can't change that, but you can manage. You know, whatever situation that you can manage your intentions. Like I intend to do this, and it's like it takes a willing partner to do that.
Yeah.
And
we know when
sometimes
people being difficult and when people are, you know what I mean? And I know when people are just being difficult for that moment or people just have that.
you always gonna be like this.
You always
It's
gonna be like that. And I knew it. You know, if I'm being difficult, it's just for that moment, for that second.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think people need to go into relationships not looking for that, but be ready for stuff like that because you don't know how people are going to react in their frustration. You don't know whatever level of the relationship it is. People are gonna be difficult. You gotta
see how far they difficult meet.
Yeah, there's a difference between being difficult and then, like you said, intentionally setting me up for failure. If I have a job on the line and you do something to prevent me from getting to that job, that's not you being difficult.
Yeah.
That's you preventing me from being successful. I can't fuck with you.
That's a character flaw.
Yeah, that's a major problem. That's not, to me, that's putting it very lightly to me.
Yeah, it's like you need to pay these bills. Okay, I got a job interview. Well, I'm not taking you. You just
Yeah,
like, whoa,
no.
wait,
You
wait,
need.
That's different.
I can say. I mean, we've all have experiences, but you know there is one thing that if you go back and something in your past relationship, here's why it didn't work. It's gonna be something. Okay, you intentionally did this. You sabotaged something. This is the type of person you are, and then you made the decision.
Yeah.
Right then and there. It's always something that has to do with.
Typically, it's one thing
like,
that you like,
or maybe it's one or two things that's okay.
Yeah.
This,
like,
okay,
I can
this
deal
is
with this. I can deal with that. But if you're willing to do this
right here,
and that's what made me. I said, yo, if you willing to talk to my mother that way,
unprovoked, because sometimes mamas be doing a lot, but unprovoked.
And I would have told you, yo, my mama got a mouth on her. I know my mother.
Yeah, if your mother didn't say nothing crazy to this
woman, you had to sit there.
If you knew my mother, you would be like. If you met my mother right now,
was
you would
using
get
profanity
mad at the story I just told you, like right now.
I'm
like, wait a minute,
I can't imagine
anybody.
mama
like
this
that.
woman like that.
I can't imagine. I only met that once or twice.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, now she is happy about life.
Yeah,
my mom is one of the happiest.
You don't talk.
Child.
Hi.
Hey, like
it's like a high pitched Trey.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, man. I said, would you cuss that way? Was she using profanity?
No, my mom don't curse.
No. When that night when you heard her talking reckless to your mom.
I don't know because when she came down, it was just yelling.
Just loud.
Yeah, and I was just like,
she loudcasting, and you had no idea it was your mom.
Yeah, until I got back on the phone, my mom was like, "It's okay, son." And I was just like. And then, my sister was like,
Yes, I would have been a sister. You tripping.
Yeah,
Man.
Don't disrespect the women in your family like that.
Yeah,
I don't care who it is.
So that's why I didn't get married.
Well,
it's like there's this thing right here. I thought you jumped right to it, but it's like there's always a...
For sure there is always layers of reason.
Chelcye she was being a little, well, what did you do?
Well,
it has to be a reason.
You did say that.
Listen, it does have to, and we still didn't get to the reason because he told us about things that had transpired.
He went there. He started reliving
after they broke up, and then we understood, right, as we went through the story, that we was together. Then we went to different locations. Then we split the. It's a lot of stuff. So now I do have a better understanding. It wasn't just her, and it wasn't just him. Yeah. They were not right for one another. Now she did a thing that really solidified in his mind, hey, I cannot be with this woman. And then in the event, if we had her here, there may have been something for her too. We don't know.
No, because I left the relationship. She was still
sure.
She would have still been in
well, if you would have kept and stayed around, I would have left because you was like this.
Yeah. And that's not my demeanor. I don't have a demeanor of that's not my demeanor. I don't have that, I'm very mild tempered, very mild, you know what I mean? Now, there's times, 21, 22, I would show another side, punch some holes on the walls and shit. We young. You know it's going to get there.
Punching holes.
Flip the mattress over, you know what I mean, while she in the bed.
It's destructive and that just can't do it.
It's triggers, it's reasons.
You need something to be wrong with him.
Yeah, but
I don't need anything to be wrong with him at all. Can we just not be honest?
Okay. Honestly, sometimes in certain relationships, no, I think in all relationships,
there's somebody
in times of pressure, people will show you who they are, and you'll never know unless you have them types of problems.
That's called being human.
Okay, it's being human, but it's like,
That's
okay,
everybody.
Okay, if this small thing causes you whatever it was, and you over here talking reckless to my mother, that's this.
So, but okay.
Red flag. That means
you're bringing up her talking reckless, and this man just said he was punching holes in the wall, and that's not to know that he might not punch a hole in her head next week.
No.
But I need something to be wrong with him.
Niggas that beat bitches don't hit holes in walls.
like,
they hit the chicks.
Now listen, the holes.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The holes in the wall is a result of the frustration. So I don't punch a hole in her head.
That's crazy. And we're going to have to say that for part 2. Because that's crazy.
No, but that don't mean no violent tip.
Here's my thing. We had a real one. We were good. I don't know what triggered him to go to this place that I got to have something wrong with you. No, because that's not what it was.
I was trying to make an example.
And then let me say this too.
It's horrible.
Like, we all know how people are, right? We all know how people are. We all know how you knew how your ex-husband was. You knew how your ex-wife was. I know how my woman is now, right?
Yeah.
I know right now if something is happening, right? Something's going on. Or if I step away and there's an argument maybe that's happening between my woman and somebody else, I got to joke about it. And I had to work on this. Usually old me would be like, tell me the story. In my mind, I'm already like, I know how my girl is. So what happened?
Oh, yeah.
Did she say something?
I have heard you tell this.
I have your back.
But it's like, okay, I had a hard time trying to figure out how to have somebody back when they wrong, because I'm a fair person. So I know how people are. I know people temperaments. I know how to manage. So I'm always just like, all right. So my girl be like, well, yeah, this person did this. Well, okay, well, what was your demeanor? What was your tone? You think because you might not have used curse words, or you think because you said it, what was your tone and your delivery like? Could it have escalated? Maybe because of that. You know what I mean? So when we get in situations, we know what our partners are like. In how they are. And so what I'm saying is, when it came to my son's mother, I knew her demeanor and I knew how she was. She was the type, if she's at the grocery store and somebody just like, oh, let me get that. Me, I'm just going to not either just be like, or be like, or just let it go. She's the type that's going to be like, you don't see me standing here? You don't see da. And now I got to be like, all right, look, was it that hard to just let it go? Did she hit you? Did she this? Did she that? You know what I mean? Like, it was always a lot of fiery and feistiness. And that fiery and feistiness, people think that it's just happens in public amongst people. No, that's the personality and the temperament that person has. So it carries on in the household. You dig what I'm saying? So when I see you talking to me like you talking to the stranger who just put her hand in front of you to grab some turkey, we got a problem.
That's a problem.
You know what I mean? Like,
how a woman talks to her man and how I talk to strangers should always be different.
Thank you.
And when women start talking to men like how they talk to strangers,
like,
I've lost respect for you somewhere along the line.
So that was the type of stuff that I was dealing with then. You know what I mean? Yeah. And anybody that know me know that ain't Trey's demeanor. And a lot of times, the feisty chick always gets with the more cool, calm, because you can't have two feisty motherfuckers together.
Sometimes.
It's very rare, but it causes chaos. When you look at them videos of people fighting and the man dead, and woman, you got two feisty motherfuckers together.
That's toxic.
That's very toxic. Because I can't imagine what it's like when they get into a disagreement.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
some shit gonna get broken around the house.
But I got it. But I got the joke, and I still. This is the bit that I still trying to work on, and this is the joke where I had like 5 women walk out in the middle of the joke.
I've heard this joke.
Yeah, where I was talking about abuse and
oh
no. This is the joke where I talk about abuse and how women how every man wants their woman to have a small amount of healthy fear
Healthy
Of
what?
what?
of
Fear.
their man.
Yeah.
Say that again.
Every man wants their woman to have a small amount of healthy fear.
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 Oh, fear. Okay, all right.
Not
Jersey.
fear.
Jersey
Not
accent.
fear to where we feel like we're going
No,
to beat your ass.
I understood.
But enough fear to where
They don't do
we
certain
going to
shit.
tell you to shut, where,
Yeah.
you know, where we could tell you to shut the fuck up and you going to listen. And then I talk about all of the events that happened with my son's mother. How, you know, and I say the thing about men who don't beat women have it easier in relationships than men who do.
Oh, wow.
That was the perfect, and I was still trying to work around.
damn.
And the women just got up.
Because they getting their ass beat,
Because here's my
man.
thing. You had them. You were going good.
Mhm.
Women want to feel that way. Like,
Yeah.
They don't play about me.
Right.
There have been men in my life who I have full on yelled at. And then there have been other men in my life that I would
Not
never, ever
Right.
raise my voice to.
Mhm.
Because there is that healthy fear of this nigga don't play that shit.
Right.
So, but same.
But yeah, and I
It's
worded it,
wild.
but it's crazy. But
No.
but the premise of the bit was really like,
How do you open with that? Like, no,
How-
how do you?
just how we did
No,
that.
no,
I
no,
was
no,
on
no, 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 no.
board, and then he lost me.
No. Like, how
when
do you
hear
literally
it,
open
it's-
that joke? What's the entry point into
and
that?
I forgot where I was just like, you know, I can't remember. It was just like, hey, that's your woman, whatever. Ladies, listen. Every man wants you to have a small amount of healthy fear, towards your men. Then the men clap. Not fear to where you feel like we're gonna beat your ass, but just enough fear when we tell you to shut the fuck up, you gonna listen. The men clap. And I said, I know it's hard. I said, but I'm just gonna keep it real. I said, fellas, don't ever put your hands on a woman.
Mhm.
That's the most
There-
cowardly thing you
there's
can
your
ever do is
disclaimer.
put your hands on a woman. Everybody clap. But I gotta be real. Men who don't put their hands on women, no, but I said men who hit their women got it 10 times easier in a relationship than men who don't. And then I said, that's because men who don't hit their women always end up fucking up shit in the house that they need.
Okay, yeah, I remember this.
So that's when the joke comes.
Why?
So now we done fucked around and flipped the kitchen table over and broke it, and tomorrow Thanksgiving. You know what I mean? And then I'm just like, and then I was like women, y'all want us to be able, y'all want us to scare you, but then you want us to fix your shit. So you want us to see us flip the table over to scare you, but then you want to see us on our hands and knees fixing the table again. You know what I mean? And then it goes to the punching a hole in the wall, to all these different scenarios.
the vivid picture of men who, what do you say? Men who hit
women got it easier, and which makes
Right
sense because
there.
women,
Which makes sense.
which makes from a comedic, you got to think about it from a comedic standpoint.
Listen, I
she
understand
was
that.
no,
Yeah.
you
Because-
Here's my thing.
because it's so
This
easy
is why
for
we
a
were
man-
supposed to talk about the roast,
Yeah.
but
Oh, I know.
I
You still
do
can.
not. I really. There are
Domestic
certain.
violence is something you don't.
Here's my thing. You're right. As comics, you can talk about whatever you want to talk about to a degree. To a degree for me. And I feel like every comic is different. You can put it under different guise of free speech and all these other things. Fine. Do you. And I'm not, again, there's a way, the premise, the more I feel like important point that you're trying to get across to the audience is that you want your woman to have a healthy fear.
Right.
And
then you
so,
gotta
it's
go-
finding a way to do that. You,
Right.
you don't, you can use that.
Yeah.
But you saw what happened when you did.
But then I saw that bit. Like I've seen the total opposite. I've seen everybody die in their seats over it because the end of the premise is the end of the joke was. So ladies, so guys, if you ever go to your friend's house or couples, if you ever go to one of your couple friends' house and you see holes in the walls and shit broken, they got a healthy relationship. You know what I mean?
Okay.
They like, oh, they get along real good. You know what I mean? You know,
I need to
because
see it.
because they took their aggression out in other ways. You know what I'm saying? And if you go to their house and everything look perfect, he in there beating her ass. You know what I'm saying? Now, that's the whole premise of the joke.
I've heard
And that's
you
as
say that
comedians, that's
Go
how we
ahead.
do.
Yeah,
We
for
put
sure.
it out and we say, okay, how can I make this joke
Work.
work? And I've
Yeah.
seen it work. It still hasn't worked. I've seen it work out of 8.
Okay. It's
I've
worth
seen
it to you.
I've seen it work out of 1, but it's one of those jokes to where if I get it to that 10, I feel
think-
like it's gonna be a joke that's gonna be like.
I think that's one of those jokes is
Like, damn, that's a good bit.
if you string the clothesline first, whatever that overlying, the umbrella of that joke.
Yeah.
You just start hanging shit on it and never gonna fall down because this line is solid. A clothesline premise. You can hang anything onto it
because we all know it exists. We all know.
Sure.
We all know abuse exists.
Yes.
We all know men should not hit women.
Yeah.
But we all know good men deal with sometimes women where they be like,
Sure.
You know what you're really talking about?
Sure.
You know what you're really talking about, Trey?
Yeah.
And we destroy and when we're that person, because I talk about every incident I had with my son mother, when I flipped the pizza box out of her hand, when I did all this shit, because I'm like, I'm about to fuck this pizza up. I'll tell you that. Like, it just really goes to show you how good men or men, especially when you're young, because I always talk about this is when we're in our 20s.
Yeah.
We don't really.
You're not the same person.
We're not the same person. And there's good men in their 20s. I knew dudes in high school that was abusive to their chicks.
For sure. Yes.
But when you got good guys that know, like, hey, I can't do that. That's where the holes come in at. That's where the holes in the walls come in at. That's where the woman version of throwing the keys on the roof. That's where a lot of the other we do.
I get where you're
shit.
going with it.
You know what I mean?
I get where you're going with it.
Where's the line between fear and respect?
Right.
I think that's what they're.
Yeah, I think that's the most important part that I want to be driven home.
I know I have the side chick joke. That's always combative. It's a ruckus. Yeah. Especially on Sundays. That's the hardest joke to tell on Sundays.
Because everybody coming from church.
Everybody coming from church.
Lord Jesus.
So I always try to have that in mind. I have like 3 different entry points into that. It's like I try to just go all the way, which is look, I never got a side chick, but
that could have helped your relationship.
But I think I probably missed the opportunity to help my marriage because that right there twist them and it gets them.
They don't know how to.
I can see that working. But that's humor.
But yeah,
right.
I had to learn that
subject though.
And
cheating, adultery ain't.
We've talked about adultery, not
like
to say that
this.
abuse ain't been talked about, but 1,000 times, and especially coming from a man. Now, what makes adultery more spicy is when you're hearing it from a woman. It's not. Don't get me wrong. It's still great, but it's not. Don't get me wrong. And maybe on a Sunday it is rough, and how the premise is still great in terms of something like a side chick helping your marriage. For sure.
Nigga, you already had side
that
chick.
part.
But you said something very important because even a woman joking about domestic violence to women, the audience is going to be more
the type.
Like, okay, well, no, they'll be more. Okay, it's a woman talking about it, about her experience.
Yeah,
they be more. They may be a little bit more subject to listening
because now you're advocating it as a woman. It sounds better coming from you than a man doing it.
Way that we're discussing with Trey, and I don't care, man, woman, whoever. The joke's got to be good, and you got to set it up and tell it in a way that is authentic and true, and make it worth it. That's why I kept asking him, "Is it worth it to you?" Because there is, I can't remember her name. This was like year maybe 3 for me. I will never forget this. We were at the comedy chateau, and this girl came in and talking about how her husband used to beat her over the head and this, and this, and it's cringy. That's uncomfortable because why are you? Why? Like, and you're driving so much. You're painting this picture of this physical abuse, and then the payoff of the joke is not there. And so my thing is, there's payoff at the end because I like this picture of what he's painting of. If you go over to their house and the house is nice, he beating her ass. But if the house is fucked up, that's a good man. However, I still don't like
he rather destroy his domicile.
Yeah, no. This nigga TV off the wall. Oh, y'all had a good
day. Yeah, that's good. But that line of,
but she's safe.
He has an easier relationship because he beating her ass.
Well, so and I would love to talk.
We gotta find some verbiage for that.
And I'll sit down with a woman comedian.
You have tons of women, female.
Because, like I said, that's what I'm trying to get people to understand. Like, it's harder to have emotional intelligence than it is not to. Like, so it's easy just to go crazy.
Yeah.
It's easy to do the wrong thing.
Yeah.
It's easy to not control your emotions. Like, bitch, I said
I will put that at the top, Trey.
Yeah.
It's easy. I love that part.
Yeah, and that's what I'm talking. That's why I'm like, still, I'm still working it out. Like, fellas, it's easy to do the wrong thing.
Yeah, it is.
It's so much harder.
But you don't get to this age. Y'all don't realize it until you get here.
Yeah. It's so much harder to do the right thing.
You too.
That's how I need to be. Yo, fellas, it's easy to do the wrong. It's easy to slap a chick or do the. It's harder to
control
respect.
yourself. Yeah.
But I said, but
self-control.
But I'm like, but the more we control ourselves, the
more
more we
fucked
fuck
up
up
the
shit
throat.
we really need.
I like
so
that.
So it was like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I had one that it was about not having children, and then dating a woman that had a child and not wanting to be a stepfather. I said, no, I'm gonna be his father. His biological father. He don't need. To see, He don't get access. I'm like Jamal. I'm your father now. Tell your dad he can't have no access. Like, tell him he out of his life. And mothers would be like, what you saying? No, he mine now.
Oh,
He mine. And then women would get upset when I say that he does not have he can't see his biological father. He has a right to see his son. I said, that's not his son anymore. I said, it's like a used car.
Oh yeah, right.
I said, that's my car now.
Right.
the child is a used car.
Yes.
That stepson.
The stepson. That's my, like, if you have a used car, the last person doesn't get to drive it anymore on the weekends and all. Yo, man, it's my birthday. Can I drive my car? That doesn't make any sense.
I remember that bit.
But I had to make that fit. But I also had to accept the fact that that's never gonna be 100%. Accepted.
But that's the beauty of it.
But
that's the beauty
I have
of
to
what
be
we
cool
do.
with that.
Yeah, that's the beauty of what we do.
You have to be cool with that. You're not gonna get everybody to agree on certain jokes like that. You just have to make sure, like what she was saying, needs to be the jokes is funny in this.
And I like, and I like when you work it out, like working that bit out to get the reaction. Because even when I did it, Tone was like, whoa, like everybody was like, whoa, and I love that because, and like I said, I stopped doing it. I started writing other stuff. But I know once it gets to where I want it to be, it's gonna be one of those jokes. I'm like, remember where it started?
Yeah.
Now look how clever
it is.
I don't want to have to fight.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to fight to tell my bit. So I'm gonna fix the bit so I don't have to fight you. But not to say like I'm letting them dictate. I said, no, I need to write it like this.
Yeah. That's a part of the job. It's not even a fight, but it's finding that way to get the point across. Like you said, the premise is there for sure.
Yeah.
It's just
the beginning,
saying these things, and then again, is it worth it when you're gonna do something risky, or you're gonna you have maybe an unpopular opinion? It's like, sometimes, is it worth it? I have a lot of things that from being in the military. And when you say military and people think America and this and that, the great and this and that, I'm like, that wasn't my experience. And so I know that when I go into that material, I have to be mindful, but it's worth it to me because, one, it's true. Two, the Black military female experience is not discussed, so you're not going to tell me that these things didn't happen. But the perspective is authentic, and so
you're not the only one.
You're
not the only one.
You're not the only one who feel like that.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. When I go into those stories about my joke, every example that I use, from flipping the kitchen table over to breaking the ironing board, to punching a hole in the wall, to slapping the pizza box out her hand, all those are personal.
I see why
stories.
she didn't take you to the job. What? You didn't say
shit.
This was after the years of abuse.
Right.
This was after the years of abuse.
Fuck you in that job, nigga.
This is after when I say I don't have no money, then we go order pizza, and she cursing me out because I don't have no money, while the lady can hear it over the over the speaker.
When I was pregnant, one time I had got a pizza, I was working,
pregnant and pizza
going to
just doesn't
school,
go together to
and
me.
I had stopped to get, I think I came home and my ex was sitting on the couch in the same place I had left that nigga when I left.
That's what you saw.
That is what I saw. And again, we're young, not that young, but we were young. I left, I got a pizza. I'm like, you ain't cook, you ain't did shit. Cool. I must have came in the house and either threw the pizza on him, did some shit, and it's just like,
Yeah.
you do shit when you're young and you're dumb.
And I talk about how
You shit when you're old like that too.
I slapped the pizza box out of her hand. Mind you, I didn't have any money in the first place. Pizza on the ground outside. She done took her and Bryce, they went and got food. I wait till they go to sleep. I went outside, took the pizza up off the ground.
Oh, that's horrible.
It's so many different elements to the bit that just makes it so funny. That's so true.
Yeah.
So I'm like, y'all can't get mad at my truth, but I understand. I gotta make sure I word it. And that's a bit that I think I would team up with someone like yourself or, you know, some more female comics who I respect to be like, yo, so tell me a way that I can word
Say
this that somebody like yourself would be comfortable, especially as a comedian, to be like, all right, Trey, say it like that.
Yeah.
That'll take the load off or you won't sting
When you say the other side, like the side dude thing, remember that always balances everything out.
Yeah.
Because
you gotta let the woman understand, women, y'all got side dudes too.
Yeah.
Now they like,
do we?
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, black women don't cheat.
There's enough of them. There's enough of them in the audience.
I ain't even get to that story, but
black women don't cheat.
Well, no, they don't cheat. They just straight up betray.
You hear it in his voice?
You know?
Boy, that boy hurt.
See, they always hurt. I used to have an answer. I forgot what I used to say. You know, who hurt him? Because I would get that.
Yeah.
You know, I would have a slick answer. Now it's not about comedy anymore.
Right.
It's finding the balance, though. I hate for any comic, male or female, to only harp on one side. Yeah. When there are things that I talk about women who only cook food in the air fryer. Bitch, you don't deserve nothing when you only cook meals in an easy bake oven. Well, that's not no real proper meal. But also, if you are a man and you can't change a tire, hang a TV, or do the things, that's also a problem. It's finding the balance of both. When I hear a male comedian just go on and on and on about either women not being shit or women being hoes or whatever, and you don't never talk about the shit that niggas do, that's a problem. It's going to come off bitter. You may be trying to go one way, but it's going to come off like you hate women and you're bitter.
You always have to, well, what'd you do? Nigga, as a comedian, you gotta say what you did. Because now that's funny. You have to win, you have to lose. If that makes sense.
Yeah, man. And that's what that bit does. That bit really made me look like, the bit makes me look bad. The bit makes me look weak. Because
it doesn't.
No. Let me tell you why. Because the premise of the bit is I'm trying to scare her.
No, that's not what I'm getting when I'm hearing it.
No, I want her to have the fear in me, and she's not having it. So now I'm trying to do things to make her scared. Like, and then it's like, oh my God, you scared me. But then I realized, shit, we got to eat on this table. So now I'm going to Walmart to get a screwdriver to fix it. Now I'm looking like a total bitch.
No,
there's where you got to get ridiculous.
That's crazy how men hear things and then women hear things. So you would have to set it up a completely different way, in my mind, for you to come off like that. Because you bring it up as healthy fear, and women are on board. Men are on board. Everybody's clapping, this and that. There's no establish you bitch in there. Then you talk about the stuff that you did do. This is you establishing that I'm a healthy nigga because I'm not hitting you. There's no bitch in there. Then you bring it home with next time you go to somebody's house and you see this, blah, 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 blah. Now, if you reworded it and said, you just honed in on one experience of, man, one time I was trying to scare her and she didn't even respond to that shit. And then the next day I had to go to Home Depot and fix the table. Now I can see how that's giving that, but that's not giving that.
I want it to, because I want it to make me look like silly. Like, because that's how I felt.
I get that.
That's how I felt in real life. I felt like, God,
you felt like I want to slap her?
No, I felt like,
I did.
No, I did.
Yeah.
And then when I karate chopped the ironing board, now
you need to go there. Like I think
now I feel like
you gotta be ridiculous.
Now
This
you
is
feel
you.
stupid.
Now my shirt wrinkled. Now I come home with, hey baby, I put a new iron. But well, you shouldn't have broke the first one, motherfucker. Like you right. Like that's where I'm going with every scenario.
Then you gotta open up those scenarios and then give me that. I want to iron my shirt, but now I can't because I done broke the ironing board.
Right.
That gives you're
I'm
silly.
hungry. I want to eat this. I wanted the pizza, but
it's your fault.
I done knocked it out your hand,
and it's your fault.
Now I gotta eat it off the ground. Like it's all those where the whole time I'm trying to have that make her fearful of me is backfiring.
Yeah.
You know,
that's
like she's scared for a second, but then when I'm fixing the shit that I did, now she like, look at this nigga.
You ever try to scare your girl and it messes up, backfires on you? That's the
you punch a hole in the wall. Now you need her to take you to the hospital.
Yeah, that's the joke right there.
That's another layer of it.
Yeah, it's like, man, can you take to the hospital? He shouldn't have.
I try to give my girl a healthy fear of me, but I don't know how to do it.
Something like that.
So now
if you say I don't know how to do it, that's more for Joe. That's more for Joe.
She's always picking at me. You're always picking at me. You know what my mentality is? Let the girl win. She don't know.
And look,
Joe listen. You be the quiet ones you gotta watch. Joe probably slapping bitches right and left.
No, I don't.
But look, here in Live from the Green Room, we don't believe in abusing women. But
no, we don't.
The views of Chelcye Perry is not necessarily those of Live from the Green Room, Trey, Elliot, and Joe Fox.
Express our personal lives.
There we
comedy.
go. Look at that.
And you know, and if you know my comedy style, I love to go very personal with my real personal situations and what happened in life. So, you know what I mean? But yeah, we don't agree with hitting women. We don't hit women here on the podcast. But I have fucked up some pizza. I have fucked up some ironing boards.
I did throw a nigga PlayStation over the balcony.
See?
Damn, now that's just when you break somebody's
PlayStation.
I have to throw that motherfucker clean over the balcony.
And you gonna look at me because I fucked up the ironing board.
Listen, he started it.
You look, look, women are. I don't give a damn how cold a man is. A woman can always top that. Can always top that. I don't care how cold.
Because the woman words hit are more sharp.
That's
than the act. See,
that's like an axe to the head.
It's the sharp of the words that'll make a nigga be like.
You are 100% right. But let me say with this, I grew up with that kind of. My mama is super, super sweet, super great mom. Don't get me wrong. And my mom does not cuss. And she is very, very, very good and articulate with her words. But when she is mad, it cuts like a knife. And I am a firm believer that people can forgive you, but they will never forget what you said to them. And so when I'm mad, trust, vicious, evil shit comes to my mind to say to you. But if I value you enough, I will catch myself. And I'm good. My thing is I'm a leaver. When it gets too uncomfortable for me, I'll leave. I will remove myself before I get to that point. Because I'm really not a talker in that way. Now I'm finna get the picking up shit and moving furniture. I don't have,
throwing shit.
I can stay calm. I'm a Cancer. I don't like confrontation. I don't like getting into it with people. I'm really not that person. I'm sassy and I'm fun and we can have a great time. But any type of real confrontation, no. Let's talk about it. What are we doing? I don't want to do that. But once I'm there, I'm blacked out on your ass. And there's no pulling me off of you until I'm out of it. And so I don't.
It's like the Incredible Hulk.
That.
It's just like, that's how I am. I'm like.
You ever catch somebody on the wrong day? You ever catch somebody on the wrong day and then, or like somebody catch you on the wrong day?
Yeah.
And you realize there's something in you that is, oh my goodness, that's
different people bring different things out of you though.
But it depends. It depends on where you are, your state of mind.
What's going on? What happened to you the day before?
I threw a PlayStation over with. I never have abused any other man or destroyed his property. That was just that one person.
Shout out to Melissa. Sorry about that because that happened. And she was just playing. You know what I'm saying? I ain't to be played with. You know,
what happened to you?
I'm about to tell you. You know,
this is the last one because it's 8:40. We don't went over on the podcast.
And it's April Jones published. You know, because she always comes out to the comedy show. She was at the Laugh Factory. I was, I'm out the door. I'm moving. And she goes, "You moving a little bit too slow, bruh, nigga." What I turned around with some energy. She goes, "Oh, it's just me. It's me." I'm like, oh damn.
What kind of energy?
Like, who the fuck do you think you talking to?
And that's what you said?
No, I turned
That's how it
around.
felt.
I turned around. With negative energy, evil, whatever it is.
You know, Fox was in his old man mood, probably.
And he turned around and it scared her?
Yeah,
No, when it looks like you too close on somebody and then you turn around with some negative energy, that was there. And she goes, I was like, oh shit, my bad. I gave her a hug. So I'm sorry I did that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, because that shit was in me.
Y'all so sweet to each other.
Huh?
Y'all so sweet to each other.
Who's
That's my
sweet to
brother.
Both
What are
of
you talking
y'all.
about?
Y'all is
Pause.
so
I don't
sweet
even
to
know.
each other.
Ain't no sweet nothing.
Yeah, why men can't be nice to sweet to each other?
Niggas ain't supposed to say,
Be
hey
nice.
man, that was real
Say be
sweet, bro.
nice.
Oh, y'all
No.
so nice to each other.
I don't even like how that sounds.
Don't even imply
Yeah,
nothing.
y'all so cool with each other. Say that.
Y'all so nice to each other.
Nice.
Sweet. Why you fix your face?
Listen,
What's wrong
live
with
from
my
the
face?
green room.
Yes.
It's been a great episode.
Chelsea
man.
Perry,
We had
always a
guests,
pleasure to
Chelsea.
have
We
you.
Sorry we
Thank
went
you.
over, but you know, maybe
Ain't no sorry, man.
yeah.
Look, hey,
Great
catch it on the
conversation.
replay, man. You
Yeah.
transparent conversations. I'm gonna
Was.
get that joke right. I'm gonna actually work with Chelsea. We gonna
Figure it
get
out.
She gonna get you right. She doesn't
Yeah,
like
I
the
won't
way
work
you
with
made
I
her
don't want
feel.
nobody to walk out on you, man.
I'm gonna work
don't.
with Chelsea. That was some years ago. That was
Oh,
about
okay.
like 5 years ago.
I don't
And
want that.
but and I was saying I want to bring that joke back.
Okay.
Yeah. So shout out to everybody, all the subscribers, man. We appreciate you
You guys.
for watching, for tuning in, man.
Please leave a
and-
comment on what you think of Chelsea
Oh, yeah, please.
and her shoulders.
everything. Comment, like, subscribe. Let us know what you think about what we're talking
Comment,
about.
yes, on the subjects and things that we talked about. Leave my shoulders out of this, please.
Oh, yeah, don't take her shoulders out of context, please.
Okay.
because
You already know that's exactly what's going to happen on the internet.
And we will see y'all next Tuesday.
All right.
Peace.